All right, guys. We are here early today. Nio has just dropped earnings. You can see Nio having bad earnings, dropping all the way down to the 16.15 level. So Nio is down today. We also have GameStop dropping earnings today as well. SPY is at 391.50s. Nio all the way down to 16.16. We're going to go ahead and report these earnings. Nio reported second quarter EPS of 20 cents, missed the 17-cent estimate. And you can see they're down to 16.18 this morning. Yeah, I'm reporting the rest of the Nio results here. All right, so yeah, Nio saw second quarter EPS of 20 cents down from the 20-cent loss per share, down from the 17-cent loss per share estimate. They saw third quarter revenue of 1.918 to 2.03 billion versus 2.32 billion estimates. So lower than expected third quarter guidance, lower than expected second quarter EPS as well for Nio here. Do me a favor as you come in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're a little bit early today, and so I figured we would be. All right, we did just do a poll for Nio here on their second quarter earnings report. Hey, what's up, Daniel? What's up, Jan? What's up, Alan? Well, that was nice to come see Nio down. It wasn't 100% of my puts. I bought it closing bell last night morning. Hey, good morning, bro. Yeah, we're at 16 now. The question is, do we buy the dip here? You know, is it time to buy the Nio dip? Is our poll here. Also, vote on the poll in chat right here. You can see this poll. Give it a vote if you haven't already. We certainly appreciate it. We do have GameStop dropping earnings today as well, which will be interesting here too. Here's GameStop on the left. At 25, so let me know if you think there's value here. How you think these earnings reports are going to go. All right, so yeah, Nio is down here. We might actually buy this dip when we can. GameStop at 25s here. We have the SPY at 391.40s. So yeah, let me know what you guys think today. We up early to watch these. And yeah, I guess the question is with Nio now, what do they look like here? They're down on, they had worse than expected EPS, so worse than expected profitability. Their profitability was a little bit lower than previous. They ended up losing money in the second quarter. Excuse me. They showed a 20-cent per share loss. They expected a 17-cent per share loss. It ended up showing 20 cents per share. Nio, they saw third quarter revenue of 1,900 to 2,000 plus. They reported second quarter deliveries of 25,059. They expect deliveries of vehicles to be between 31 to 33,000 vehicles for the third quarter of 2022. They saw second quarter revenue of 1.536 billion, which beat the 1.43 billion estimate. So it was kind of mixed results, mostly down. Their guidance was lower than expected too. And so I think that's probably what's impacting them the most here, is that their guidance came in worse than expected. That's probably going to be hurting them the most. Let me know if you think it's time for a dip. We also about some other stuff today. Let me look at, I think we have some like fundamental data. Let me look at the economic releases today. The thing is, like, Tuesday, today is Wednesday. Today we have exports, imports, and trade balances for July coming in today. So that'll be interesting to watch. Let me look at another. Yeah, trade balance. Tomorrow, the big one, where JP speaks at about when does Jerome Powell speak tomorrow? Okay, so he speaks at 9:10 a.m. tomorrow morning. $22 an hour last year. Well, honestly, they kind of need a raise it like to something like that in Cali. It's just going to create this huge difference dynamic here. Like the dynamic is just going to be vastly different, though, is the problem. Like in the end, people are going to make so much different money. Like what a livable wage is in California is just going to be so different from like what the livable wage here in Texas is, or in a lot of the southern states. Like you can buy here in Texas. Like if I spend $500,000 in California, I'm gonna get a little shack, for $500K. I'm gonna get like a 1-bedroom apartment that I could buy and that I would own for $500K. You spend $500,000 here in Texas, you're getting a mansion. You know what I mean? There's just at a certain point, that difference is not good for the country. It's just not. And I'm not picking sides here. I'm not saying one's better or worse. If anything, maybe California is more keeping up with the actual inflation, trends. But yeah, there's a problem in that eventually, eventually it's just gonna the difference is gonna be too much. Hey, thank you, Joshua. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. What's up, Beach Bum? How's Tesla doing? Let's take a look. There's Tesla at 274s, 275s. Oh man. All right, guys. So yeah, we also have GameStop earnings today. It's at 25 right now. Let me know what you're buying. So yeah, at 8:30 a.m. we have import-export prices and international trade balance. Yeah, Academy is today as well at 8 a.m. So yeah, Academy drops their earnings. Yeah, at 8 a.m. We have G3 Apparel at 7 a.m. KFY, which is Corn Ferry International, at 6:45. We got Rev Group at 7. We got John Wiley and Sons at 7:30. So, but Nio's the biggest one today. And then this evening are the big ones, really. GameStop, the biggest one we'll cover. Thursday. Tomorrow we got like F-Cell, but tomorrow we got more fundamental data releases in the morning. DocuSign. Is that today, Joshua? Think Neo's another pop in it? Maybe. Potentially, you know. I was surprised Academy Sports have more revenue than Neo. Dang, all these events. Well, Academy's a big retailer, bro. So it's like they're gonna have more revenue, but it might not be net. You know, like when you think about it, they're gonna have more revenue, but it might not be net. They're a retailer, so they are selling just retail products. They're a sports goods store. Like you got to think, Academy is a big company, mostly because if you really think about it, like sports gear is one of those things that you don't really have that effectiveness of buying it online. You just don't. You don't have that effectiveness of buying sports gear online. Most of the time, like I got a daughter in softball, and a son in baseball, right? When you're buying sports stuff, you don't want to buy it off of Amazon and potentially get the wrong size or something. You're just gonna go up to Academy that day and be like, look, let's try this one. Let's make sure it fits. That is a huge benefit for places like Academy because, um, frankly, it cuts out the need for Amazon. Shorting the SPY, more spontaneous purchases, less online. Right, exactly. I mean, that's kind of what I think about it, boss man. I think that if there's an argument for it, a lot of things have been put by the wayside with Amazon over the past couple years. And so with that, it's kind of one of those things now that when you look at these retailers, you got to look at them in terms of, hey, what is the risk of long-term obsolescence through Amazon? Is the real risk you got to look at these companies with. You got to say, hey, is Amazon going to render this company obsolete just because of mail order products? That's the real risk of these companies. And so when you look at a retailer, especially something like Amazon, you got to look at it in that regard. But I think when you look at it with Amazon, you realize that it's more so a brand that people are going to make those spontaneous purchases for. Like they're not going to be ordering a lot of the stuff they get off of Amazon. They're not going to be ordering a lot of the stuff they get at Academy off of Amazon, and so I think there's an argument there. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button when you come in. Only thing I really get on Amazon anymore supplements and office supplies. Clothing is a fiasco. Yeah, I don't buy clothing on Amazon either. Actually, I do buy clothing on Amazon. What I usually do, it depends on what kind of clothing. Like I buy t-shirts on Amazon, right? So but what I do usually is I look for like an Under Armour t-shirt or like something like that I can just wear to the gym. And I find one that actually fits. All right, guys. So yeah, we have Nio climbing all the way back up here. Is Nio going to continue back up? Let's see. Nio back up to 1630s right now. Tesla up to 274s, 275s here. Hey, what's up, Ricky? I believe online retailers are the future of shopping. Last time I went to the mall to buy clothes was 2012. Yeah, I mean, I can buy clothes, but what I have to do though, and the good thing about Amazon is that it's so return friendly that like if you get something that doesn't fit, Amazon will almost guarantee that return. Oh yeah, hey, the Apple show at 10 a.m. I forgot about that. We do have the Apple show today. Completely forgot about that, bro. Completely forgot about that, bro. I completely forgot about that. So yeah, we do have that to cover today too. Yeah, we do have that today. The Apple conference, man. I completely forgot about that. Let's see what it does. It's at 10 a.m. A poll going here. Calls or puts on the Apple conference. Let's see. What are they referring to this Apple conference as? Bitcoin all the way down under 19K. What are they calling this new Apple conference? It's called the something. What is it called? The Far Out or something like that, right? What is it called? Is that it? Is it Far Out? What's it called, right? It's the Far Out conference, right? Maybe it's not the far out. What's it called? Somebody help me out, bro. Apple 7. Yeah, it's at 1 p.m. Should we stream that? Man, we could. You know, Apple. There's GameStop. Apple at 155. Hey, what's up, Quan? Hey, what's up, AJ? We're gonna do a poll about this Apple conference right now as well. Y'all do me a favor, run those like counts up. Should we cover it? I mean, I guess we could cover it. I've never covered one of these. Thank you though, because I almost put 10 a.m. Yeah, it's at 1 p.m. 10 a.m. Pacific time. Let's see, it's at 1 p.m. All right, guys, we got this poll going on. Let me know if you're buying calls or puts for Apple. Apple up to 155 right now for this. Far out. Apple always sells off for the event. Yeah, vote on the poll. Yeah, man. Hey, we're gonna see. We could cover it. I wonder if we could stream this live and they let us. I wonder if we should stream it live. How long does these conferences usually last? Puts on Apple. Hey, good luck, bro. Puts on Apple. I asked people, is it time to buy the Nio dip? 61% said no. Here's GameStop as well. GameStop's super interesting also. There's Apple. GameStop at $25 here. We do have GameStop earnings this evening as well, team. I believe the market will have a dip early in the day. Hopefully it turns up finally. Yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see. All right, so again, we did this poll. Y'all give me a like on Twitter. Give me a follow on Twitter if you have not already. We certainly appreciate it. Market's a little slow today, and that's all good. And we do have import-export prices. Tomorrow is when the big day really is. All right, guys, so Nio's bouncing back up a little bit. Let me know if you think it's time to buy that dip. If you look at Bitcoin here, that's the question. Bitcoin is not doing great. All right, guys, what is your favorite stock to buy this morning and why? Let's talk about it here. Again, Nio up to 1640s. We got that. We got Apple at 155s. We have GameStop down at 25s here. GameStop does have earnings today. What's up, Pawn? What do you think of Nio? I might buy the Nio dip. It depends on where it's at relative to when I can open up the trade. I can start trading in about 25 minutes. I might buy this Nio dip a little bit more. It's at 1640s right now. They actually posted mixed results. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great either, though. We're watching Tesla. We're watching Apple. Apple has their iPhone conference today where they're debuting the new iPhone today at 1 p.m. And so we might cover that here on this channel. And again, depending on how long it is, we might cover it. Let me look at their last Apple conference. Yeah, the event's called Far Out. They're going to start it at 12. And we can do a watch party here too, depending on what happens. If you guys want to see that, let me know. I guess I could do a poll asking if people want to see it. Are super risky long plays, which includes Nio, Bbby, JD, BTV has very little support till 12.8. The Bears are coming. But there's good money on the way. Yeah, maybe. We take some BBBY calls a few weeks out. Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond here. If you look at Apple, 155. Here's Bed Bath & Beyond. Just got absolutely destroyed over the past couple days. Down to 680s here. Is there value in a dip buy? And we were absolutely correct. If you remember yesterday, we told people that we might get a short-term rebound on the upside. And that's precisely what we got right at the open yesterday. We got 775s hitting yesterday at the open. And so we'll see if those continue. We'll see what we get in terms of this far out event for Apple. We did have Nio earnings dropping, and we did have GameStop earnings this morning. If we're looking at Bitcoin here, which is another thing to pay attention to. Bitcoin down to 18.75 here. Whew, just tough, bro. Bitcoin getting hit, just beat up. I'll take some $10 calls just in case. Let me know if y'all are buying Nio up here. Do you think there's value in Nio at this point in time? Check the dollar cost. Yeah, what's the DXY doing? Yeah, so here's the dollar index. Here's the one-day chart. So the dollar index is pretty neutral today. It's at 110.5. It's still up huge, though, over the past few days. So it's still up just big here. And, yeah, you can see it here. Over the past couple of days, we put a one-day chart up. You know, this is the 6th. So over the last day, it's gone from essentially 109.9s to 110.50s for the dollar cost here. So it's just been flying up, which is certainly not good. GSAT is the GPS contact provider for the iPhone. Apple moves. GSAT moves at $2 a share. Much cheaper play. Good buying opportunity for Bitcoin in a couple months. Yeah. Hey, good luck. Again, let me know what your plan is for the next few weeks, team. All right, guys. So, hey, Nio at 1630s. Again, they dropped mixed results. Yeah, $1,200 on September 16th. High dollar hurts our U.S. exports. Arguable. The reality of it is the high dollar makes people move towards the high dollar makes people sit on cash and not buy equities as much. The cheaper the dollar is, the more the dollar loses value. That is, the more people are going to be willing to take their money and put it elsewhere instead of sitting on their dollars. You know what I mean? So it's like if the dollar loses value, people don't want to sit on it. They take it, they put it into assets of some sort, like stocks, equities, futures, crypto, whatever. So the high dollar is bad because when the dollar is gaining value, people are more likely to just sit on it, if that makes sense. Yeah, somebody responded to my Apple conference thing. Debut a $1,000 phone during high inflation. Not smart. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think you'll get a good or bad stock market reaction to Apple here? Again, here's Bed Bath. All the way down to 690s here. Struggling. Looks rough. Here's Apple. Apple at 155.12s here. So, you know, again, let's see if we get anything interesting. COUP numbers came out. When did those drop? Yesterday? Must have been yesterday. I can take a look. So COUP dropped earnings yesterday. Yeah, they dropped adjusted EPS of 20 cent per share, beat the 9 cent profit estimate. Sales of 211 beat the 204 estimates. They authorized a 100 million share buyback program. They saw third quarter guidance at 8 cents to 10 cents versus 6 cent estimate. Sales of 211 to 214 versus 214 estimates. So higher end on that front. Fiscal year 23 EPS was 37 to 44 cents versus 26 cent estimates. COUP beat everything. And they flew up. Look at COUP here. They beat on all aspects and they ripped up. Again, they beat on second quarter EPS, third quarter guidance, fiscal year guidance, authorized a 100 million share buyback program, which is usually bullish. They beat on sales at 211 versus 204 estimates. In terms of, they beat on guidance, third quarter and fiscal year 23. They authorized a 100 million share buyback program. They beat on second quarter adjusted EPS. They beat on sales for COUP, and they flew up almost to $63 a share from 55. So just huge movement on that front. Hey, that's right, Beach. Hey, have a good day, brother. Y'all go subscribe to my boy Beach Bum. There's this channel right there. Y'all go give that man a subscribe. I will put his link up in the chat. Open it up in a new tab, of course, but go subscribe to your boy Beach Bum. Here is the link for Beach Bum's channel. He's got some great swing trading content, amazing swing trader, free content just like me. And you can check out his channel right there, guys. Go sub to the man. All right, guys. Also, guys, we're getting pretty far in our Topstep Combine account here. If we look at our Trade Evade account, we're getting pretty far. If we look at this, these are our stats so far. We're getting pretty good. We're at about $1,500. We're halfway there. We are halfway to getting funded. We are almost there. Let me see if this puts me. I gotta put a custom range in. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. All right, so we are halfway there. What's really impressive and what I'm actually very happy and pumped about here, this is our Topstep progress so far. All right, what we're really pumped about is that out of all of this here, we've made about $1,800 in profit trades. We've only lost $240. Our largest loss was $137. This is our P&L graph, and you can see it grow. Yesterday was an okay day. We didn't do anything super crazy yesterday. But yesterday was an okay day. If we look at this here, you can kind of see, if we go to yesterday, we made about $80. So nothing too big. Took a few small trades. And then had one big loss that we ended up just slowly chipping away at and making back. This week so far, this is the graph. We're running 94% accuracy this week out of 17 trades. We've only had one loss versus 16 wins. The one problem is that our loss was pretty sizable here. Living on a prayer. Take my hand and make it up. Hey, I got to start charging y'all for that, bro. I got the voice of an angel over here. Okay. But no, we're halfway there, guys. We're halfway there. We are up. You can see here, and it's going to say demo because this is a Combine account because we are trying to get funded. And so they give you a demo if you can hit their target while following their rules. They fund you. Here we are. We're halfway there. We're at 51.5 essentially. So halfway there. We need 3K. We're up 1,500. We got a nice cushion. Hey, let's get this. If you want to try out Topstep and try to get funded yourself in futures, which is really useful, here is the link. Check them out. I'll also pin this to the top of the page. You get 20% off if you use my link, kind sirs and madams. Hey, my man, thank you, bro. I see you, dude. Thank you very much, Dirty. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to the $5 super sticker, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you, brother. But yeah, we're gonna trade futures today too with that. What we might do though, and what we're really thinking about doing, is we're thinking about taking our 30K TOS account and moving it over to Trade Evade. because I'm thinking about just trading futures. Bro, I got so many people trying to reach out to me, trying to get me to be a part of an online course. I don't sell courses. Anybody emailing me, I don't sell courses. I'm not going to work with anybody to sell a course. I'll put it this way. If I was going to sell a course, I would create it myself and sell it myself. I'm not going to partner with anybody else to create it, and give them a piece of it. That's ridiculous. I've got the following to where I don't need to do that. Number one. And number two, I'm just not going to offer a course here. That's just not my style. I'm just not about that. And I'm not knocking anybody that does. But I'm not going to partner with anybody else to sell a course, and so if we put out a course, it's going to be free on YouTube, so hey, hit that subscribe button, guys. We certainly appreciate it. Today we got GameStop earnings as well. It's at $25. I haven't traded futures at all today, Space, so we're not up anything yet. It's not volatile. It's been very slow. Hey, what's up, Space? Thank you, sir. Christopher, good morning. TF Hatter, the SQ. Yeah, what are you guys trading here? Bitcoin all the way down to almost under 19,000 here, team. Under 19K for Bitcoin. Is it time to doom and gloom Bitcoin, or do you think there's a chance of bouncing back? What's your reading philosophy to prevent bag holding? Well, it depends on what it is. Okay, there's two things that'll help you with bag holding. I'm not even going to say prevent it, because sometimes we all have to bag hold sometimes. All right, but here's two things, right? The first thing is that when you enter a position, you need to understand the range of the stock that's moving, especially if you're swing trading, which is what creates a lot of bag holders. It's swing trading and day trading, right? So when you enter a position, you need to understand the range of you need to understand the range of the stock that you're trading before you actually trade it. Okay, and what I mean by that is you need to truly understand how much that stock is moving. If that stock is moving $2 to $3 a day, you don't want to buy hundreds of shares, especially, if you don't have a huge account. You need to understand, like, look, if that thing's moving dollars per day, you should probably buy 50 shares or less. That way, if it moves dollars, you're only down 50, 25, 50 bucks. And that way you can add to it if you want. If you get in too heavily in the beginning, you're not going to be able to hold it through any gains. And the reality of it is, if you're trading penny stocks, you should never bag hold anything. Like, penny stocks will almost always fail. So it's like, if you get stuck in a penny stock and you think that you're just going to be able to sit in it and wait like you do in large caps, you're in for a pretty rude awakening. Most of the time that doesn't work. And most of the time we just get failures on that front. Like, most of the time stocks just never come back and immediately fail, or eventually fail. I mean, hey, nice, Space. Congrats, bro. Nice work. Hey, trade the E-mini, sir. It's pre-market. You're a braver man than me. I'm not saying you can't do it profitably, but yeah, E-mini is very sideways, so we'll see. Nah, I'm just not much of a pre-market trader, brother. You know me, man. Most of the time I'm trading after the open. All right, guys. Nio at 1640s. UPST, nothing but love, John. Get those bones. Hey, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Hey, what's up, future? UPST? Yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, COUP just did amazing here. Here's UPST. Aapl has that big conference today. GameStop at 25 bucks. Are you buying GameStop dip? Here's Tesla. Tesla up to 245s or so, 275s, I mean. But yeah, let's check UPST. They're down at roughly, let's look at a 20-day chart here. I think a 20-day chart can show you like the short-term sentiment. This thing has been sideways. Just very sideways, very neutral. Not a lot of action here. Not a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, so the chart is just very neutral and boring, to be honest. Not a crazy exciting day by any means. There's AMC at 820s. AMC is breaking down too. AMC, Ape. It might be time for a value buy here for AMC at 8, but I'm not sure. BIAF running up, previous IPO. So BIAF is gapping up. It's at 650s. So we're looking at that also. All right, guys. So GameStop down to 2580s here, 2580s. Nio at 1640s. Yeah, it's been kind of slow. Hey, what's up, Craig? Good morning. UPSD had bad downtrend. Yeah, for sure. It's just slow, man. Right now, it's a slow day. I think we got import-export data dropping today, so we got to pay attention to that, I think, as well. Yeah, so we got import-exports. We got NBA 30-year mortgage rates dropping in 3 minutes. And so that might impact markets here, too. BIAF trying to push back up. There's Nio. Aapl is at 155s. Yeah, I mean, BBBY, it was pretty easy to predict BBBY was going to be kind of slow yesterday. Yesterday, they did pop at the open like I thought they would. But, like, as for, like, BBBY's outlook, I mean, the CFO, that happened to him. And so it is what it is. We got the pop that I wanted at the open. But aside from that, you know, it's kind of bleak, and I think everybody knows that. It's just kind of a rough time, you know. Maybe, like I said, maybe there's some value here. I think the size of the following, I think if Bed Bath & Beyond has something going for it, the size of their following, you know, might save it long term, but maybe not. Nobody knows, you know. All right, guys. So Nio, GameStop here. And again, GameStop had mixed results here. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. But it wasn't good either. And Nio is down here. And again, we might buy up some Nio here. What do you guys think? Should we buy the dip in Nio? Nio actually sold a surprising amount of vehicles is the interesting thing. So Nio actually sold some cars. You know, if you look at Nio's results here, Nio ended up showing they had mixed second quarter results. Their revenue went up. Third quarter guidance came out that was worse than expected. But they did deliver 25. They expect deliveries for the second quarter to be between 31 and 33,000 for the third quarter. So that's not bad, man. That's not bad here. I can put this article in chat. 30 to 31,000 isn't enough to buy the dip. I'm not sure. Can you watch BPTS? Yeah, I got you, bro. Here's BPTS. It's at 120s. Keeping an eye on that too. DXY on the move. Yeah, so the dollar cost is going up here, which is bad for equities here. So you can see the dollar pricing rising. It's at 110.56 right now. So the dollar price is going up. This is probably going to tank equities. And if you look at like the SPY as well, you know, that's kind of what's going on. Here's the SPY. SPY at 391.30s here. So yeah, it is tanking equities, unfortunately. We'll see what we get. Hi, looking to hear what questions are asking for Goddess, but expecting good future for Nio. Yeah, so I might buy a little bit of this dip here for Nio. We'll see. We'll go ahead and take 50 shares of Nio right here. So we just got 50 shares of Nio just now. We'll see what happens. Do you think market has a little rally before JP speaks tomorrow? I don't know, man. I'm hoping so. We'll see. Chat, what do you guys think? Do you think the market rallies before JP speaks tomorrow? Again, you can see Nio's deliveries here. They dropped about 25,000 second quarter deliveries. In the third quarter, they expect between 31 and 33,000. So we'll see what we get on that front. All right, guys, Nio bouncing back up to 1640s here. We got a little bit of a volume spike. There's GameStop at 2470s. We're drinking coffee again today, man. I ran out of my stevia colas. So we're drinking coffee again today. Dollar will continue to raise on anticipated Fed hikes. Hey, what's up, Larry? JP could announce something to reverse the dollar trend. Good morning. What do you think about Tesla? I like Tesla, man. Tesla's interesting to pay attention to. It's at 274s. But yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. All right, guys. So Tesla actually dipping down to the previous closing price. We got GameStop at 2470s here too. All right, GameStop at 2470s. What's y'all's prediction? So if we look at the GameStop earning predictions here, GameStop is predicting a 38-cent per share loss, 1.27 billion in revenue. So again, let me know what you guys think. We also have Dave & Buster's dropping their earnings, American Eagle, we got Copart, we've got Skillsoft, SKIL, we got Asana dropping earnings today. Tomorrow, I don't think we have anything big, but tomorrow is when the big fundamental releases happen. So right now it's slow. But the big fundamental releases happen tomorrow. That's kind of big too. I do think Apple could keep the market up today because it's new phone presentation. Yeah, but a lot of the times they're saying that the market tanks on these Apple conferences. BIF. Nio earnings are already out right now. So Nio earnings are already out. So yeah, Nio earnings are out already. The conference for Nio is at 8 a.m. And do you want to cover this conference, guys? Do you think we should? We can cover the Nio conference early today. Is it going to be in English, though? I guess is the question. Is it? The numbers for Nio are as follows here. Nio posted second quarter EPS, which is profitability, of 20-cent loss per share, missed the 17-cent loss per share estimate. Third quarter revenue of 1.918 billion to 2.03 billion versus 2.32 billion estimates. So lower than expected third quarter revenue, worse than expected second quarter EPS. But then they also posted their guidance numbers, which were a little bit better than expected, or mixed results. They actually showed third quarter outlook was rough. They dropped EPS. Revenue beat expectations. Revenue came in at 1.53 versus 1.43 expected. So higher than expected second quarter revenue, worse than expected EPS, and worse than expected guidance for Nio is essentially what happened here. And we bought the dip, and we'll see if this works. BIAF is also ripping up as well. It's almost to $7 now too. So yeah, guidance numbers again were as follows here. Third quarter revenue came in at 1.91 to 2.03 versus 2.32 billion estimate. So a little bit lower than expected in third quarter guidance. That's what's dragging Nio down. But BIAF just popped. Look at it. It's 715s here. 715s. And again, we'll cover the earnings call if here, we're going to look to see what the last one is to make sure the last one was in English. Because if it's in English, we'll cover it, you know. So bear with me. Let me take a look at this here. Okay. Yeah, so their earnings calls today at 8 a.m. in about 50 minutes. We'll cover it fully live here as it happens. And so yeah, it looks like it is going to be in English. The last one was in English too. Okay, so yeah, we'll cover it live. We're waiting right now. We're waiting. It's supposed to start at 7. I'm not holding anything right now. I'm shorting or going long the market. Too much volatility. All good, Michael. No stress, brother. Bitcoin all the way down to 18.7 thousand here. Just tough, man. Tough time for Bitcoin. Yeah. Yeah, well, we got the earnings dropped on the screen already here. I can even put the rest of the results up if you guys want. But a lot of people are going to tune in for the earnings call, so you know, we'll see. We'll cover it, but we might not cover the whole like the Q&A and all that stuff. You know, that takes a little bit too much time, I think. You know. All right, we're watching Tesla too. BIAF is popping up as well. Here's Tesla. I'm going to put 4 charts up. I think 4 charts is just cleaner. There's Tesla breaking down here. Here, we can put Aapl up also. Here's Aapl. VWAP in the 200 moving average has kind of been my go-to lately. Hey, what's up, Kryptonite? All right, so yeah, Tesla down to 274s. 274s. Again, if we put the full Nio results up on screen here, Nio saw third quarter revenue, which was lower than expected. Let me drop all of it on screen. Hey, what's up, Brendan? Yeah, you as well, brother. You as well, man. Hope you're doing good, dude. Third quarter revenue. Let's put the rest up. Third quarter revenue. EPS, second quarter deliveries. Let's throw this up so you guys can see the full list of what's going down with Nio here. Third quarter revenue, we got that. Second quarter revenue, okay, yeah. So second quarter revenue came in better than expected here. So this is like the full list of Nio results right here. Might cover me a little bit, but yeah, that's the full list of Nio results. We'll also push this up so we can actually see all these charts as well, regardless of what the data is on the screen, and then we can move this up to kind of get a little bit clearer picture of everything. I think that works great. Let me know how that works, guys. Hey, all good, Brendan. Hope more bad news for PTON, really. All right, guys, PTON. All right, let's see what the PTON news is. We see somebody talking about PTON news, and let's talk about what's going on. They had a 10K filing, got a notice from the CPSC that the agency staffs believes the company failed to meet statutory obligations under the Product Safety. Said that the CPSC agency staff intends to recommend monetary penalties. Uh-oh, man, that's really bad for Peloton here. If we look at Peloton, and again, you can see Nio on the top left. If you look at Peloton here, Peloton is down on this news, obviously. It's down to 860s. And I'm not going to say I was right, but I was definitely right about Peloton, man. How many times, man, maybe I should just be a short fund here. I don't really short anything, though. Like, I never short anything long term. The only thing I ever short is the E-mini or the SPY, you know? Like, that's all I really short. I don't really short anything else, you know? All right, guys. So Tesla at 273.50s, 273.50s. All right, guys. Bbby, nothing wrong with shorting a company you don't think is making good decisions. BT short fund. Hey, progress guy went through the window on the Peloton bike. How do you think they're going to pin out SPY puts? Ooh, we'll see, bro. We'll see. DXY spiking up dollar cost average or dollar cost dollar equity dollar index. All right, guys. So Peloton started to creep back up. Nio still at 1620s here. They do have their actual earnings call today. Twitter going up. High dollar shows our GDP. Yeah, it's worse for equities though when the dollar goes up, because again, the logic is when the dollar rises, people are less likely to put their money elsewhere because they're making money sitting it on the dollar. Um, yeah, we already got our trash out, but I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. Hey, thank you, Kryptonite. We appreciate you, bro. Hey, BT short fund. Hey, maybe one day, bro. Bitcoin breaking down heavy here. Again, we do have Neo earnings coming out. Merger coming for CEI, bro. We early. CEI, man. It's been a while since I even looked at that thing, dude. Good luck with that one, brother. All right, guys. So yeah, Twitter up a little bit, almost to $40 a share here. Here's the Q. If you want to look at the broader market, the market's got to break even right now. Yeah, guys. So spot bouncing right at the previous closing price. We did buy Neo earlier with 50 shares. We're down about $15 in there, but that's not too bad. Hey, what's up, Liana? BAIF is a recent IPO. There's the Q right over the previous closing price. Again, the earnings call for Neo is coming up as well. BIAF is at 760s here, 760s for BIAF. We're watching this. All right, guys. Let me know what else you're watching here. We're in Neo here. I might DC or I might average in. All right, guys. Sorry, doing some business work while we do this. Um, all right, guys. So Neo at 16, 17, 16, 17s. We're watching that. Hey, my man, Chris. Thank you. Oh no, no. Oh, I thought you meant for a membership on my channel. Hey, it's all good, bro. Hey, gas is cheap, dude. Hopefully that means high inflation. Um, That's here is like 380. That's not too bad. Again, it's a lot cheaper than what it was. BAAF ripping up here. We got GameStop at 2480s dipping down. Tesla at 273s. Neo breaking low still at 16s here. What's up, Joe? So hopefully we get some better stuff. We got the Neo earnings call at 8 a.m. this morning. So be ready for that. We do have the Neo earnings call at 8 a.m. BIAF. Yeah, it's ripping up. It's at 770s right now. 770s. All right, guys, at 274s for Tesla, 274s, BIAF at 760s. All right, guys, at 760s for BIAF. GameStop down at 2480s. Again, we do have the Neo earnings call starting in about 35 minutes or so, 35 minutes. So we do have Tesla bouncing back a little bit here. Nio still at 613s. I might add a little bit more to this. It might be good or bad depending on what happens during the conference call, but I don't mind scaling into Nio a little bit. There is 60 shares. I think Nio down here is very cheap considering what they are. And so yeah, that's kind of something we're watching here. Hopefully we'll get some good results, some good action now. And yeah, CPI is Tuesday. Yeah, Neo has earnings. Oh, my bad. I muted the earnings call. My bad, man. My bad. It's probably a little bit dull without the music. You should be able to hear the music now. Let me know if you can. But yeah. All right, we're at 745s for BAIF, 745s. All right, we're at 730s right now for BIF. Tesla at 273.90s here. We got GameStop at almost 25, just under 25 here. We have BIAF trying to pop. And let's see what we get in terms of earnings and results. How do you hedge your long-term positions? Just trade small enough to be reasonable. In all fairness, why would any content maker bring up something that is irrelevant and or not profitable? What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about GameStop or AMC. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, listen. At a certain point, AMC might have value if it keeps dipping. All right, guys. So yeah, let me see if I buy the BAIF dip. Neo's still dipping down a little bit here, so Neo's still falling down some. Again, as AMC continues to dip, I might be adding. More to it. I don't know yet. We're gonna see. We might be adding more to Neo. Again, we're gonna see. It depends. All right, guys. So BIAF popping up a little bit. If we look at the SPY here, again, the SPY's at 391. It's starting to come back a little bit. I'd really like to see the SPY over 400. All right, guys. What is AMC can't move $2 in one day. GameStop will be lucky to see 45, so it's not worth mentioning. Honestly, we have GameStop earnings today, so that might kind of ignite, depending on what happens there, that might ignite some hype and attention towards all that stuff again as well. What is going on? What the heck, man? Why is that going to randomly put up? Oh, well. AMC and Ape will eventually have same value. I don't see Ape squeezing like AMC will. It's a trade, not a hold. Yeah, we'll see, man. Again, the GameStop earnings are today, so that might impact everything moving forward here. So hopefully that pops up things. Hopefully that makes things move here. September is usually a sell-off month, but didn't everybody sell off already? Yeah, I mean, the question is, are we extended on the downside already? If you look at the 10-day chart, SPY is down heavily. We're at 421s or so back on the 26th of August. We are now down to 390.20s here, so we're down big. And again, the question now is do we continue to sell off, or like what's going on here? Like, is this the end of the sell-off? Are we oversold at the bottom now, or do we continue to drop? Snapchat breaking down again, so glad I sold that one. Apple up today in pre-market, leading into their far out conference that they have coming up. So yeah, 1 p.m. Apple's keynote conference is live here. Do you want us to stream that? I mean, we can stream that. We can stream the stock market reaction. We're going to be doing earnings after the bell today anyway. So yeah, we'll see if we can get some good stuff going on that front as well. All right, guys. Yeah. So SPY at 391.30s here, and again, the question is, are we oversold now? All right, guys. So there's 391.20s on the SPY. Nio down to 16.13 here. We are in 60 shares of Nio. Looking to see if we get some rebounds here. One day chart on Apple answers my take on it. Hey, what's up, Burrow? The more I think about it, the more scared I am of my SPY puts. Hey, good luck. Hey, John, what do you think is BIF entry? I don't know here. Here's BAIF. Yeah, we'll see. All right, we also have 8:30. We have some stuff dropping for Nio at 8:30. All right, guys. So we do have BIAF pumping up again. I'm pretty sure this is just a recent IPO. So we look at BAIF. I'm pretty sure this is just a recent IPO. I don't see anything going crazy here. If we look at a long-term chart, it's 3 days old. So this thing IPO'd on the 1st of September. And so after the long weekend, it IPO'd on Thursday, had Friday's trading action on the 2nd, and then opened up yesterday where it gave back most of its gains. It went as high as 15 here, but this is a recent IPO. And so there is a chance that this one goes crazy and takes off here, especially when you consider the range of it in pre-market today. BAIF is at 750s right now, 750s. We have BIAF at 750s, so we're going to see if that ramps up and continues. Today, we do have some data getting released. We got the Apple keynote conference. We have GameStop earnings this evening, and some other stuff going on today as well. Yeah, we'll try for 100K by Christmas. We'll see. We should hit close to that, I think. I don't know, but Tesla is dipping down a little bit as well. Nio back up some. If we look at like GameStop here, it's trying. Here's the SPY itself. So the SPY is down to 390.30s. And so it might be some fundamental release. Let me see if we can figure out why the market is tanking like it is. But the SPY is dropping heavily here. Yeah, we got some Fed speeches. There's some speeches today. Let me make sure. Let me look at the economic calendar. I think we got some Fed speech today. So, yeah, today is Wednesday. We got Cleveland Fed President Loretta Mester speaks at 10 a.m. market time at 10 a.m. We got the Vice President Lael Brainerd speaking at 12:35. We have international trade balances that were just dropped, or that drop at 8:30 as well. And so, yeah, you can see everything kind of dropping down here. You can see the SPY down to 390s, Tesla down to 273s. We got BAAF popping up a little bit. Here's GameStop. They do drop earnings today as well. It's at 2470s, 2470s. E-mini dip. So I don't know why the market is tanking like it is. If you guys know, let me know. Let me check a few other places. All right, so I'm seeing a few people dropping, or a few things dropping here according to the news bot. We're looking at the global news. The White House said the U.S. concluded the Iran government conducting a counterattack against Albania and is responsible for the subsequent hack and leak operations. That dropped at 39 at 739. So it's 740 right now. Maybe that's causing the drop. I'm looking at some other stuff, but I don't see anything else that could influence the markets this heavily here. Maybe some earnings dropped, but I'm not sure of why the market is influencing it this big. Does anyone else think that the Apple keynote conference will affect nothing? Room on 75 basis points from Jay Powell. QNRX, DXY. So let's see if the dollar is ripping up. Maybe the dollar's flying up. That is a plausible reason. So yeah, dollar flying up over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. Over the last 10 minutes, the dollar is green. It's pulling back a little bit. It's up at about 110.70 right now at the dollar. 110.70 for the DXY. So yeah, if we look at Apple here, a lot of people saying Apple is dropping from this news. Yeah, well, the market tanked here. So look at the SPY. So let's see. We can look at the time when everything dropped. The SPY started dropping at 637. Apple started dropping at 637 as well. So they both kind of dropped in conjunction with each other. I would say the market's leading Apple a little bit here. Apple up to 154.40s. The SPY at 390.20s. So yeah, I don't know why the market's dropping. It might be algorithms. That's certainly possible. All right, guys, we got 18 minutes before the Nio earnings call that we're going to be covering here live as well. All right, guys, Apple back up to 154.60s here. SPY back up to 390s. All right, nice space. I don't know if it's the DXY causing the dip. Again, dollar is actually dropping right now, so we might see a rebound here. Dollar started rebounding over 5 minutes ago. So, again, I think we're getting somewhat of a rebound, but it's not a crazy big one. And again, I think we have to... All right, so Powell publicly pledges to reduce inflation even if it increases unemployment. And so maybe that is what it is. Look at what Joshua posted. That's possible. That could be what it is regarding maybe Powell saying that. I don't see that posted here. When did that happen? But yeah, we'll see. Powell's at an international conference right now. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll see. SPY at 390.50s here, 390.50s. We're at 154.60s right now, 154.60s. All right, guys, so we're up to 154.60. So Apple back green on the day, even after this dip. Nio is back to the 613 level. And again, we're pretty close to break even on Nio. We're down about 13 bucks. So nothing major there that's going to influence my trading yet, at least. All right, team. So we do have Nio back up to 1650. Again, the earnings call for that is in about 14 minutes. The SPY bounced back a little bit. We're watching the dollar drop some as well, but starting to rebound back up some. You can see the dollar starting to pop back up. It's at 110.60s. Tesla's dipping down to 272s. We do have GameStop earnings today. Apple testing that previous closing price, and Nio starting to rebound here. So we'll see if my dip buy in Nio works out. Yeah. Wait, Jerome Powell's not speaking today, Chris, is he? Is Jerome Powell speaking today? I didn't think it was today. I thought it was tomorrow for Jerome Powell. Tomorrow at 11. Yeah. So that's what I thought. So tomorrow at 11, Jerome Powell is speaking. Let me see. Yeah, so Apple's still trying to consolidate. SPY up to 390.40s here, 390.40s. Nio's starting to ramp back up, which looks great for me here. And again, we might actually add another 15 shares depending on what's going on. But Nio's starting to pop back up. Powell's supposed to speak at 9:10 Thursday, September 8th. So yeah, tomorrow at 9:10. We also have jobless claims reporting tomorrow morning as well, which are usually pretty big. Yeah, so Powell's speaking at 9:10 a.m. So about 40 minutes after jobless claims are reported. So tomorrow's a big day, a big day for stuff going on. Again, we got jobless claims dropping at 8:30. We got Jerome Powell speaking at 9:10. And then we have the opening bell and a few other things going down tomorrow. So tomorrow's a big day, believe it or not. We don't really have any big earnings or anything like that, except for like DocuSign maybe tomorrow evening. But tomorrow's a big day here. We got Tesla trying to rebound a little bit. We have Apple at 154s. Nio is up there. We got GameStop moving. And again, we're going to be covering the Neon earnings call pretty soon today. We got about 11 minutes before the Nio earnings call, guys. Hey, what's up, Tanya? And jobless claims 8:30. Yeah. No. Jobless claims aren't today, Joshua. That's tomorrow. So jobless claims are tomorrow is when those come out. Today we have international trade balance dropped at 8:30. We have import-export data coming out today. In terms of fundamental releases, that's what we got today. We got import-export. We got international trade balance dropping. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Do you think Apple will release a hint of a future car? Oof, I don't know, bro. I think that's a different question. What's up, Tiny? Yeah. All right, team. All right, guys. So yeah, market's consolidating. Nio back up to 1620s. Tesla at 273s. Here we got the Nio earnings call starting in about 9 minutes. All right, guys. So 1620s here. We got the SPY at 390.20s. All right, guys. All right, team. So Tesla at 273.20s here for the SPY. We're at 390s. For Nio, we're at 1620s. BIAF pullback. Yeah, see GameStop trying to rip. Here's BIAF. It's at almost 7, so it's dipping down a little bit. The SPY's consolidating right now, too. So yeah, Nio did drop their earnings and reports. They do have their actual earnings call starting in about 6 minutes. All right, so at 8 a.m. Yeah, we stream in PM. A lot of the time it's earnings related, so we're going to be streaming today for sure. And earnings streams for PM. So we're going to be streaming today for earnings for GameStop specifically, but maybe some other ones. All right, we got the Nio earnings stream again going live. Again, we're going to cover the Nio reaction to the earnings stream, and we'll cover a little bit more stuff. But again, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys were watching. All right, guys, 5 minutes. The algos are working to ever drop the fluctuations in price to spreads. Hey, all good, Ricky. Yeah, man, we try, bro. I appreciate the support. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help us keep growing. Let's keep moving. Let's keep growing the stream, team. We appreciate you all. The Nio conference call is going to be starting in 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes. SPY starting to pop back up. So technically the SPY is red on the day here. We are holding a little bit of Nio post earnings. So we bought the dip on Nio after the earnings report. Tesla up to 273s. Tesla back up to 273.60s here. We got the SPY at 390. So again, the previous closing price on the SPY is right around 390.70s. Yes, Kryptonite. TLF uplisting today. What do y'all think about crypto, man? Crypto looking really tough. Honestly, I'm kind of excited about the Aapl event too, man. Should we cover that also? Let me know. When do Feds talk? Well, the Fed's not speaking until they might be speaking today, some, but it's not for at least a couple hours. The Fed meeting today, let me just cover it real quick. So the Fed meeting, let me look at the economic calendar. So yeah, so far right now we got Loretta Mester speaking at 10 a.m. So that's not for another 2 hours or so before that happens. So that's not for another couple hours. I tried to trade Doge in my Weeble account, but it didn't go so well. Hey, yeah, all good, man. All right, guys. So the earnings call is set to start in about a minute, guys. In about 1 minute. Let's get ready here, team. Again, let me know if you're bullish or bearish. Jerome Powell's talking at 9:10 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Yeah, crypto just getting destroyed here. Just getting absolutely destroyed. All right, we got less than a minute before the Nio earnings call, guys. Let me check it real quick to make sure it hasn't started yet. Bear with me. All right, Tesla at 273.50s. So it hasn't started yet. It's supposed to start in about a minute for Nio. And again, let me know if you're bullish or bearish here. Let's do a poll based off of this if we haven't already. All right, so far in this poll, we got 58% said no, it's not time to buy the Nio dip. Bull or bear on Nio earnings call? Bullish or bearish? Vote on the poll. Let's do that. All right, so the earnings call should be starting pretty soon here. Let me see if it's started yet. Nothing yet for Nio. Let's refresh it to make sure. Yeah, so nothing yet. It's supposed to start right now, but we'll give it a second. Usually they're about a minute or so late. Bearish. Yeah, vote on the poll. We got the poll going live. Nio down to 1620s here. So the earnings call actually just started for Nio. Still waiting. Again, how do you think this is going to impact markets, I guess, is the other question. Here's GameStop as well. GameStop at 2470s. All right, we are live here. Let's do a sound check.
Are in a listen-only mode. Please note today's conference call is being recorded. There will be a presentation followed by a question-and-answer session. If you wish to ask a question, you will need to press the star key followed by the number 1 on your telephone keypad.
Nio up to 1620s.
I'd now like to hand the conference over to Miss Eve Tong.
Sound good? What's up, Cliff?
Please go ahead, Eve.
Good morning and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Nio's second quarter 2022 earnings conference call. The company's financial and operating results were published in the press release earlier today and are posted at the company's IR website. On today's call, we have Mr. William Lin, founder, chairman of the board, and chief executive officer, Mr. Stephen Feng, chief financial officer, Mr. Stanley Chu, Senior VP of Finance, and Ms. Jade Wei, VP of Capital Markets. Before we continue, please be kindly reminded that today's discussion will contain forward-looking statements made under the
Sound check, can y'all hear?
provision
Is everything
of
good?
the U.S. Private Securities Litigation Reform Act of 1995. Forward-looking statements involve inherent risks and uncertainties. As such, the company's actual results may be materially different from the views expressed today. Further information regarding risks and uncertainties is included in certain filings of the company with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the Stock Exchange of Hong Kong Limited, and the Singapore Exchange Securities Trading Limited. The company does not assume any obligation to update any forward-looking statements except as required under applicable law. Please also note that Nio's earnings press release and this conference call includes discussions of unaudited GAAP financial information as well as unaudited non-GAAP financial measures. Please refer to Nio's press release, which contains a reconciliation of the unaudited non-GAAP measures to comparable GAAP measures. With that, I will now turn
the call
let's see what we get.
Over Nio, to pop it up CEO, a little bit pre-earnings here. It's at 1620.
William, please go ahead.
大家好，非常感谢各位参加未来2022年第二季度的业绩沟通会议。
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining Nio's Q2 2022 earnings call.
2022年第二季度，蔚来共计交付了25059辆高端智能电动汽车，同比增长14.4%。7月和8月，蔚来分别交付了10052辆和10677辆新车，同比增长26.7%和81.6%。在此期间，公司的整车生产和交付受到了来自于疫情、极端天气、供应链等多方面的挑战。我们将与供应链合作伙伴密切合作，进一步加快车辆的生产和交付工作。
Nio delivered a total of 25,059 vehicles in Q2 2022, representing a 14.4% increase year over year. In July and August 2022, Nio delivered 10,052 and 10,677
so it looks like they're going to stay both,
respectively, marking increases of 26.7% and 81.6% year over year. During this period, the company's vehicle production and delivery were faced with challenges from the COVID-19 pandemic, extreme weather conditions, and supply chain uncertainties. We will work closely with our supply chain partners to further accelerate the production and delivery of our vehicles.
得益于高端电动汽车需求的持续增长和蔚来出色的产品和服务竞争力，随着基于 NT2 平台打造的 ET7、ES7 和 ET5 的陆续交付和爬产，以及 ES8、ES6、EC6 的2022款升级，我们相信整车交付量将在下半年迎来强劲增长。我们预计2022年第三季度的总交付量为31000到33000辆。
Benefiting from the continued demand growth for premium electric vehicles and Nio's outstanding product and service competitiveness, we believe the vehicle deliveries will witness robust growth in the second half of 2022, with the delivery and production ramp-up of ET7, ES7, and ET5 based on the NT2 platform, and the upgraded 2022 ES8, ES6, and EC6. We expect the total delivery in the third quarter of 2022 to be between 31,000 to 33,000 units.
财务表现方面，尽管二季度电池成本大幅上涨，我们借助 ET7 的高配车型的交付，以及部分高价后订单的贡献， 结合消费政策的经济化的管理，整车毛利率达到16.7%。
In terms of financial performance, despite the significant increase in battery costs in Q2, the vehicle gross margin reached 16.7%, contributed by the deliveries of ET7 with high specifications, part of the orders with adjusted prices, and refined management of the sales policy.
All right, guys. So let me know what you guys think of Nio here. We might mute it when they're doing these translations. Again, Nio at 1623s.
Recent key highlights of our R&D and operations.
And I'm in Nio right now. We ended up buying this dip.
作为未来 NT2 平台的第一款产品 ，Bbby 上市后，凭借其行业领先的软硬件平台与智能化体验，在中大型高端轿车市场展现出了极强的
SPY breaking lows right now, all the way down to 389.80s here.
As Nio's first product based on the NT2 platform, the ET7 has demonstrated strong product competitiveness in the mid-large premium sedan segment, with its industry-leading software and hardware platforms and the smart digital experience.
All right, guys.
6月15日，未来
Bullish or bearish on Nio earnings, guys? Let me know. We're listening to their earnings call now. Nio actually at 1620. SPY breaking lows, dropping down heavily here. All right, SPY bouncing. Oh, my apologies here.
The ES7 has been well received in the market and kicked off deliveries at scale starting from August 28th.
All right, guys. And again, we'll see. I'll have to keep remembering to mute it whenever it's off. We do have Bed Bath & Beyond starting to ramp up big.
We have also launched the 2022 ES8, ES6, and EC6, fitted with the new digital system ALDA, with comprehensively enhanced perception units and computing power. The three products offer richer digital cockpit experience and have strengthened their competitiveness in the market.
All right, guys. So again, bullish or bearish on these Nio earnings? Well, they're translating it, and so I mean, you can't really knock them too much for it. I think they're doing okay. We also have import-export data dropping. We also have import-export data dropping in 20 minutes. All right, we do have import-export data dropping in about 11 minutes here, guys. 11 minutes. Yeah, we're just gonna we're gonna go ahead and just cut the earnings call off. It's giving me a headache as well. Sorry, guys. Again, let me know if you're bullish or bearish on Nio. We ended up buying the Nio dip, and you can actually see the results right here at the bottom, right underneath me. Let me know what you guys like in the market. Or you guys see anything else? The SPY is actually testing lows here, dropping down sizably. And we're also going to get the music started again here. Let me see. There we go. That's better. So yeah, SPY testing lows here. Maybe we'll start shorting the market. We'll see. Again, we do have import-export data dropping today. We got some key Fed speeches going down today as well. If we look at what's going on, Tom Barkin is scheduled to speak at 9 a.m. Cleveland Fed Reserve President Loretta Mester is set to speak at 10 a.m. Liable Brainerd is scheduled to speak at 12:35 Eastern Standard Time, and they're going to release their beige book at 2 p.m. As well. And so just a lot of data releases coming out today regarding this. Yeah, sorry, guys. We had to go ahead and cut it. It was just too, it would take way too long to really cover that. We do have Bed Bath & Beyond that's starting to rip back up here. So look at Bed Bath here, starting to bounce back up some. Up to 680s right now, 680s for Bed Bath here. So we are getting Bed Bath to pop back up again a little bit. Nio down to 1616s here. We got Tesla at 272s. You hear about the BBBY CEO. Yeah, unfortunate, man. Unfortunately, it's starting to bounce back a little bit. Let's see if we can get back over 7. Markets are really just tanking right now, though, unfortunately. So the markets are kind of falling back down some. We'll see if we get some rebounds here. But yeah, it's been a tough market. It's been slow. All right, team. So yeah, Bed Bath back up to 690s here. So let's see if the rebound is actually in play. Nio up to 1620s. We have a SPY bouncing back a little bit. I might short into this little pop short term. So we might short into this little pop, on the short side with like a cool little 20 shares here. See if we can get filled way up here, which is unlikely. But we could try, I guess, to get filled at these levels. 389.50s is our entry here. So we're not really getting the best fills. There's 20 shares. So we're right around break even here. We'll see if we get a flush back down. So yeah, we got a little pop back up. We might short a little bit more into this. And we're gonna give it time. SPY next stop 380s. Fed prints trillions. Yeah, man, it's really unfortunate about the Bed Bath CFO. Just really unfortunate. You know what I mean? Import export data drops at 8:30. Again, we do have some Fed speaking today. Do you guys want me to cover the Fed speeches? I know they have some dropping today. I guess I'm trying to figure what we're going to get in terms of those fundamental releases here. You know, do you guys think I should cover those as well? I could. All right, Nio year to date down 48%. Yeah, everything's down though, to be honest. Bed Bath's starting to bounce back some. All right, guys. All right, I love you, buddy. Have a good day at school, man. Love you, buddy. Come on, man. Say back. You gotta say back. All right, love you. Have a good day at school. All right, kids going to school. Cheers to you, Manny. Halo, right here. Master Chief says, "Good day." At school. You know. Yeah, but I mean, listen, if I could get a job as the CEO of one of these companies, I would, you know. All right, so we're almost break even on the SPY now. All right. All right, guys, we're at 690s here. Again, we're in the SPY. We might actually short this a little bit more, take 30 shares here. But we're not getting a bad average. And so, again, we can short into this pop. And if we break over this pop, we'll just cut it, you know, take a reasonable position. With Nio, we're in this one as well, team. What do I do to it has to break even? You would sacrifice... I think it depends on how old my kids are, but maybe not. I'm not sure, you know. Again, we do have import-export data dropping in about in a couple minutes. We do have import-export data dropping in a few minutes. Bed Bath & Beyond starting to creep back up. It's at 680s right now. Let's see if it holds. Dude, GameStop drops their earnings today as well. That'll be fun. Here's GameStop right here. There's Tesla. There's Nio at 16.25. Starting to pop back up here. We are holding a little piece of this. We're going to see if this one rejects here too. All right, guys. So Bed Bath under these levels here. There's Nio at 16.20, starting to creep back up. SPY is back down here. We're going to add a little bit more to this. 50 shares of the SPY or E-mini. You know, same thing as the E-mini. Starting to dip back down a little bit. We got 50 shares here. Starting to get back into the green on the SPY. You get dollar cost average in a Nio. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Nio right now. We'll see what we get. Again, I mean, it's kind of a break-even trade. I just like the dip buy. I think their results were somewhat mixed, and so with that, we might see some rebounds here. Down at $16 seems like a good support level, and so I don't mind averaging into Nio maybe with like 50 to 100 shares, depending on what kind of action we get here. We also have the SPY. We're in the SPY with 50 shares right now. Not a huge position, but we are in the SPY with 50 shares, and we're going to see if we get some good movement and good activity there on this front as well. Yeah, import-export data, I don't know how heavily it's going to affect the market. We'll have to wait and see, but that drops at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time as well. All right, so we are green in here. We're going to go ahead and cover a piece of this. Oh, no, we just added. Oh, yeah, we covered a piece of it. Yeah. Wait, what? Did I accidentally click sell the bid? I must have accidentally added to this, man. Oh, no. We accidentally added to the SPY, ruining our average here at the very bottom of this trade, which is not what I wanted to do, unfortunately. It's all good. We're at 75 shares right now at the SPY, which is not a small position. If you want to calculate how much that is, do 390 times 75 and see how much buying power I got in this trade so far right now. But it's all good. Like I said, 75. We are in about $30,000 of equity right now in this trade. So, again, we're not going to hold this forever. We accidentally added to it. And again, if we bounce back up in this range, I'm not sure what we're going to do. All right, so we're bouncing back up again. We're at 391.60s here, 391.60s. Starting to get finally break even here. And again, as soon as we get somewhat in the green, we're going to take some of this off here. There we go. We'll go ahead and get out of our half a position there and then ride the rest of the 50 shares. Keep it normal here and then maybe add some back. We'll see. Hey, what's up, Tiny? Watch the option in the stock. Your call win. Hey, what's up, Camping? I repeat, do not fight the Fed. Yeah. Again, we got 4 minutes until the import-export data drops. Oh my gosh, I accidentally exited my full position, man. I am just making a ton of mistakes accidentally here today, trading the SPY right now. Just a ton of mistakes. And all right, guys, 389.40s here, 389.40s. All right, team. We might actually short back into this now. So we're going to try to get into a little bit of a rhythm here. We do have import-export data dropping. That's 50 shares. Going to add a little bit more. There's 75 shares here. It might be a little bit of a risk. We actually have import-export data dropping in about 2 minutes here. So in 2 minutes, import-export data drops. We got 75 shares, about $30,000 SPY position here. Sounds like you need a vacation. Bro, honestly, I love what I do, man. Brother, do you live stream trade every day? Yeah, man, every day we trade. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we were a little bit lucky. Again, my plan was to short the market, and so we took about 30% larger position sizing than we were really expecting there. And so like mistakes happened. I don't think, especially with slippage in pre-market, I don't think immediately just covering the whole position is the smart way. Yeah, markets have been rough. All right, so we're starting to get a breakdown here. We got import-export data dropping. Again, it might not impact markets heavily, but we're going to cover it regardless here. Nio back up to 1620s. Starting to get a breakdown in the SPY. Misclicked on SPY last week. Bought a call when I meant to buy a put. That hurt. Yeah, I bet you with the market lately, that probably did hurt, bro, with how much the market's dropping. Again, import-export data coming out in about less than a minute. Let's get this report up so we can cover it as soon as it happens. All right, Twitter's apparently having some problems. All right, guys, import-export data set to drop in about 30 seconds here, 30 seconds. We're going to cover it as soon as we get it. All right, so Twitter has been down on down detector here. Again, we're in 75 shares of the SPY. Looks good, though, down here. Our entry is 46. We're at about 43, so we're slightly green on this, but the slippage has a slightly red. And again, we're going to see how this is impacted by the import-export data drop in about a minute. All right, guys, there's the release. We'll be ready to cut this if import-export data comes out worse. But we're starting to get a move up here. I still don't see any release on the import-export data, so bear with me, team. We're waiting for this data to come out. All right, so here we go. So we have a U.S. international trade for July coming in at minus 7.65 billion versus expected minus 7.3 billion. And so worse than expected international trade here, which I'm not sure why we're actually moving up, but we'll take the little swing position. The market might be a little bit oversold. U.S. good balance was minus 90.19. And let's drop this. Maybe it wasn't. Let me see what the actual numbers were. Yeah, so the international trade balance was today. My bad. I think import-export data drops at the same time, but this is what was going on, was the trade balance. And we'll cover this. I don't feel like getting stuck in a big position. So we're down $18, so it's not the end of the world. And we'll wait. But yeah, market's pushing up a little bit. You can see the data that just got reported here. There is the data that just got reported on the international trade balances. We're going to see if we can find the import-export data as well. Trade balance for July came in at 70.7 billion versus 70.3 billion expected. So a little bit worse than expected trade balance here. We might short a little bit more into this now that these numbers are released here. The data actually came in worse than expected. Where's my mouse? There it is. There we go. Lost my mouse for a second. So yeah, U.S. goods balances came out as well. Previous was minus 89.06. This time it was minus 90.19. So we're gonna wait here. This is good for, short term, I guess, for the market is popping up. All right, guys, markets push it up a little bit. We'll see if we can short into it as well. Nio at 1620s. What's up, Philly? P a D, billion with a B. Yeah. Fed meeting is supposed to happen. There's a long list of it. So Loretta Mester speaking at 10 a.m. We got what's his name speaking. Let me see. Bloomberg's usually got the best economic calendar I'm looking at. So today we had exports and imports supposed to be released, trade balance released. We have Barkin speaking in about 30 minutes. So FOMC meeting, Barkin is supposed to speak in about 30 minutes. Let's see if we can figure out where this data is coming in. And again, do you guys want us to cover that? That's in about 30 minutes here. 30 minutes. And again, we might short into this little pop. Smaller position sizing than we've been using here. There's 25. There's 50 shares. See if we get a little flush rejection here. Nio's still trying to pop up. And I kind of losing a little bit of money trading the SPY here, but we're down less than 30 on the day. I was hoping this would act as a resistance, and if we break over this, we're just going to have to cut it. Nio pulling back a little bit. Bed Bath still at 680s here. Tesla moving back up some. I guess we could be a little oversold now. We'll cut it and just chill. But yeah, market's starting to pop back up. Bed Bath is up there. We do have GameStop earnings this evening. Nio had their earnings call, and it's not doing bad. Maybe that one will start to turn around on me, but I think we're just a little bit too choppy for me to force things in pre-market today. Maybe we'll get something better coming up. It's relative, Christopher. You know, market over the last 2 minutes has, you know, but I was shorting it, so hoping it would go down. All right, so we have U.S. crude exports reached 3.88 million barrels BPD in July versus 3.57 million BPD in June, according to the U.S. Census. Let's cover that news here. So look, let's see how this affects oil. Here's the oil. Let's look at like Exxon here. Exxon down. Again, 3.88 versus 3.57 in June. So 3.88 million in July versus 3.57 million in June, according to the U.S. Census. Yeah, I've heard the batteries are really expensive. I've seen a few people pay obscene fees for batteries, out there for EVs. And so that's the biggest thing stopping me from getting an EV is that I don't feel like paying 30 grand for a battery if it goes out. That's the problem. Like EVs are very efficient, but if the batteries are that expensive, and I've heard that they are from not just Tesla, but from all the battery makers. Look up how much does it cost to replace EV battery. It ranges from 0 to 20,000. All right, so the Tesla Model 3. So here's actually the prices. For a BMW i3, a new battery is going to cost anywhere between $2,500 and $16K. It's supposed to be 145 kilowatts per hour to 727 kilowatts per hour. Yeah, so if it's a Chevrolet Volt, so like a cheaper version, it's about $3,000 to $8,000 for a new battery. You guys got to think of it like this, though. This is how you really need to think of it. Like people are like, oh, no, it costs $20K to replace a battery on an EV. What you really need to understand is that is the equivalent of replacing the motor. You know, like these EVs run on these batteries, right? Like it's not like they have a conventional internal combustion engine here. And so when you replace the battery, you're essentially replacing the EV's motor, and that is why it's so expensive. If you're replacing a Tesla Plaid motor, it's going to be expensive. You have to buy a new Tesla Plaid. It's going to be a third of what the car costs, and justifiably so. And so again, they should be covered under warranty to a certain extent, but when you're replacing the battery, you're essentially replacing the motor of those vehicles, and that is why it costs so much. That is why it costs so much, and that's something that people really should understand here. But we'll see. We do have GameStop earnings dropping today as well. There's Nio starting to pop up. Looks good. There's GameStop at 2460s. I love the electric vehicles catch on, dude, gasoline cars. Yeah, 100%. They're actually literally internal combustion motors. The batteries have 100,000 mile warranty on Tesla, and they're working on a 1 million mile battery. Yeah, for sure. Again, your battery going out in these vehicles is the equivalent of your motor going out. You know what I mean? So it's just you got to look at it in that regard. See my first Rivian pickup truck in my neighborhood yesterday. It's different. Let's see what the Rivian pickup truck looks like. Honestly, it looks good, bro. I like it. It's certainly different, though. It's certainly an eye catcher. It kind of reminds me of the movie Cars. Here is the Rivian truck. It kind of reminds me of the Cars. It's got the eyes here, It looks like the movie Cars. It looks like something you would see in Cars. It looks like they designed it after the movie Cars. Look, here's the mouth, here's the eyes. It looks like the movie, the Disney movie. They all do. Really, if you look at these Rivians, look at this. Tell me that doesn't look like Cars. That car's about to talk to me, John, you shouldn't have to replace a 20K battery every 3 to 5 years. I don't think it's that much. Every 3 to 5 years, I don't think it's that much. But again, I think EV, you're paying for a luxury, and you shouldn't buy an EV if you don't have the money to do stuff like that, to be honest. I think it's kind of like buying a Mercedes, right? When you buy a Mercedes, it's going to be vastly more expensive to keep that thing up than it's going to be if you buy a Toyota or a Honda. And so with that, I think if you want to buy an EV, you need to understand that comes with it. It's a new market. It's they're still trying to make price points more efficient and all that stuff. And so there's some question marks when you're buying EV, and I think that needs to be an understood thing before you just jump in bed with them. I think you got to understand what that is going to look like with the electric vehicles. You know what I mean? Yeah, the pickup's interesting. Definitely. Nio has swapped batteries, swappable batteries. It's Noah's BAAS battery as a service. It takes 3 minutes to swap the battery at a service station. Interesting. And there are safety issues with it. Leave that the battery nerds. Yeah. 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 I mean, 100% the batteries aren't going to be super environmentally friendly. I don't think. I know they used to have that argument, but I don't know if that's the case anymore. Really, for that type of stuff. All right, guys, Nio popping back up. Market rebounding back up here as well. Nio, we're actually green on Nio right now, or close to it. basically green now. So let's see if Nio continues back up here. If we can get 17s, yeah, we're actually green on Nio right now. Snapchat down at 1070s. I might be considering buying that. Apple does have their conference today. And so we do have the Apple conference today. And so that's something to be wary of. We do have that going on today. And we'll see how that impacts markets and all that stuff. Who knows what's going to happen on those. But yeah. All right, guys. Tesla up to 273s. I don't know. Batteries have a shorter lifespan. Yeah, I mean, eventually, here's the thing, right? Like with the electric vehicles, since we're on this topic, since Nio is moving up and we're in the green on Nio, electric vehicles are, in terms of drivability, okay, in terms of like how efficient driving, handling, speed, miles per gallon, in terms of that type of efficiency, electric vehicles are far more obviously more efficient. They're far more obviously efficient. You know, they are just more efficient in terms of speed, in terms of miles per gallon. And so, sure, are they as environmentally damaging as gas-powered vehicles? I don't know. That's an argument. I know batteries are certainly taxing on our economy when you have to get rid of them. Disposing of batteries is a huge question mark regarding EV. But I think considering what is the more efficient way, which is electric, I think electric is clearly more efficient in a lot of different metrics relative to gas. I think that over time, they're going to become more efficient at the issues regarding electric vehicles. So they're going to become more efficient at disposing of batteries. They're going to become more efficient of battery costs. They're going to become more efficient at everything over time. And so right now, we're just in the early stages. EVs have only really became popular over the last 5 years, you know. And so we're still in the very early stages of everything. And with that, you know, there's a big question mark regarding it. But I think over time, things are going to get more efficient. You know, it's kind of like, you know, one of the arguments I always heard regarding, you know, Blockbuster versus movies is that streaming just wasn't efficient enough to stream. Or streaming movies wasn't efficient enough at the time. But because streaming was the more convenient option, over time things started to work a little bit more in that favor. Like streaming videos over time, as technology got better, became the more convenient and the better option. And I think the same thing will happen with EVs. And so while there's some question marks regarding EV issues nowadays, I think over time it's only going to get better, and they're going to become more and more efficient at disposing of batteries and having better batteries of their vehicles as a whole in terms of pricing and all that stuff. I think they're only going to get better. And I think with that, right now, when you buy an EV, you are buying a pretty new concept in the grand scheme of things. And so I think it's important to understand that and not be too strict on it. You know, again, it's something that you should know before you get involved with them. Well, of course, there are two different categories. CT, of course they are. What I'm explaining here is that over time, when something is more efficient, or when something is the better option, when something holds the better results in terms of efficiency with driving, over time, technology will catch up to it. You know, but for now, we're still in the early stages. So battery's going to be more expensive. They're going to be hard to get rid of, all that stuff. Like a lot of people have brought up the grid and how that's affected by electric vehicles. To be honest, I don't really I find that we need some updates in our grid overall if that's the case. If EVs are putting that much of a strain, I think as a person who lives in Texas, we get blackouts multiple times a year, usually rolling blackouts multiple times a year because our energy grid is not sustainable. That's not because of EV. That is because energy and other energy companies have not built the infrastructure that they really should. And you see that stuff start to go out whenever it snows in Texas, and so that's not a problem with EVs. That's a problem with the overall infrastructure. And that's who we should be critical over, not the EV brands that are using electricity. Right, exactly, Larry. That's the big thing. It's just a simply more efficient thing. And regardless of regardless of the issues that it faces now, eventually over time it'll get better. DXY spiking again. Yeah, the dollar cost has been ripping up again here, and this probably will tank markets here. So this will probably drop the markets. You can see the dollar flying all the way up to 110.75 here, 110.75. Again, on Topstep today, we are doing pretty well on Topstep. So if you look at Topstep here, we've been trading futures more and more, and we're almost there. We're halfway to getting funded on Topstep. If you look at my results, these are my results. So if you want to see my results, these are what we've shown so far in terms of Topstep. Let me clear this out. These are the results we've shown so far on Topstep, right? And again, we're trying to get funded here. Of course, we're trading the SPY on TOS like we have been, but we're trying to get funded here. But these are my results, and I'm honestly really pumped up about these results here. Like if you look at this total profit, we made about $1,800 in total profit. We've only lost about $240 here. If you look at our graph, it's pretty impressive. And this is directly from Topstep trading. So we are trying to get funded. We need 1,500, or we need 3,000. We're at 1,500 right now, and so we're close. We're close. And yeah, we're almost there. We'll see if we can get it. Export data should be out already. Let me see if I can find it here. See if we can find it. Import export data. We'll look for it. Give me 1 second. Y'all, if y'all can find the import-export data, let me know. But yeah, look, this is my results on Topstep so far. Topstep funds traders. So they're a funded account program. They fund traders. They give them a demo. If you can hit their target on the demo while following the rules, they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K with a 90% split. Regulated, located in the US. They pay out millions. They fund thousands every year. Our account is now up to about $1,400 in profit in this account. And so we are slowly growing that account. If you want to check it out, you can actually see Topstep pinned at the top of the page. You can get 20% off if you use my link. Look at the pin to the top of the chat. Check it out. Yeah, great way to help support your boy here. And again, great way to get around the PDT rule. There's no PDT in futures, and Topstep funds you in those markets. Regulated by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange as well. So check them out. But yeah, we'll see if we can find the import-export data. I don't see anything on it yet. The Fed is supposed to be speaking in about 10 minutes, or in about 20 minutes, I think is when it is. But yeah, I don't actually see anything regarding the import-export data. Let me look at one other place here. All right, so yeah, exports came in out. Let me see what they showed. All right, so yeah, we got it here. So export data came in at 259.3 billion. 259.3 billion. It was forecast at 260.8 billion. Import data came in at 329.9 billion. It was forecast at 340, so a little bit lower than expected on both import and export data here. And so that's kind of what we're showing on that books. We're going to cover the Fed meeting that comes out. SPY bouncing back up a little bit. Nio breaking under VWAP here. And again, we'll see if we get anything good. Y'all join the Discord. Let me know if that Discord link works. Looks like it's the same link. Both of those links should work. So yeah, let me know if that Discord link works or not. It should. Link is working, John. Just FYI. Okay, thank you, Pawn. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, GameStop breaking down. It's at 2460s. We're watching that. Nio at 1620s. We're watching that as well. Again, the Fed is supposed to speak. It says Lael Brannard is supposed to speak at 12:35. Loretta Mester is set to speak at 10 a.m. If we look a little bit earlier, though, we do have some stuff going on later. Barkett is supposed to speak in 9 minutes. So yeah, Richmond Fed President Barkin, his public engagements. So we'll see what he says in terms of monetary policy. And that is supposed to be done today. Let me check the website. All right, I'm looking to see if I can find the data here. Nio break it down, SPY break it down, GameStop break it down to 2460s. Why do you buy the SPY below VWAP sometimes? I very rarely buy the SPY below VWAP. Most of the time, I am shorting the SPY if it's under VWAP, not buying it. Most of the time, if the SPY is above VWAP, I buy it. Yeah. Hey, you as well, DS. What's up, brother? All right, guys. So, yeah, I'm looking for the Fed meeting. I'm not seeing where they posted here. I'm waiting. Looking at the calendar. Okay, yeah, I found it. So, yeah, speech by... Or no, I don't even actually see... They don't even have anything scheduled today. Like the big speech is going to be tomorrow at the Cato Institute's 40th annual monetary conference. That's tomorrow, but I don't actually see anything in terms of Brainerd. I think it said or no, Brainerd's not set to speak right now. It was supposed to be. Let me see. I'm trying to see when this is supposed to come out. A lot of places. So yeah, this is supposed to be Thomas Barkin is supposed to speak today. At 9 a.m. So in about 5 minutes. Okay. Bro, does anybody know where Thomas Barkin is supposed to speak? Let me see if they have it scheduled. All right, so we're popping up a little bit. We might short into this. We got to get our butt kicked shorting today. So we're going to take a smaller position here with 25 shares and see if we can short into this move. Barkin is supposed to speak. I'm trying to figure out where, though. No matter where I look, I'm not finding anything here. Yeah, they don't even have any. They don't even have it scheduled. Anywhere that I could see. All right, guys, so we're shorting the SPY, and we're just getting chopped out. Luckily, we're down less than 40 bucks, and we'll see how the morning open goes. U.S. Redbook came out at almost 11% year over year, so the Redbook did drop as well at about 11% year over year. Nio break it down also here. GameStop all the way down to 2460s. Apple back over the previous closing price, and they do have their keynote conference today. Nio breaking down. SPY push it up a little bit. We're in that one slightly. If anybody can tell me where to find Barkin speaking, let me know. I don't see it anywhere. And I'm also seeing it's not posted everywhere. So Mester is supposed to speak. If you look at like the FOMC, let's see, 9-7. CFVI, yeah, I don't like CFVI, especially when it missed the T deal. So I don't know if I trust that. Now we'll just cover the Fed speaks as it happens. CFVI, yeah, we got the SPY dipping down. It's at 390s. Let's see if it rejects. Nio break it down. GameStop, Tesla. We got Apple today too. Here's Apple. Apple's at 154.50s. Okay, thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. Fireside chat, hybrid Federal Reserve, Massachusetts Institute of Tech. I appreciate that. That should be helpful. Let me see. SPY's in a downward channel. Well, markets push it up a little bit. We're giving it some time. Again, we're just kind of going back and forth with the SPY today. Nio back up a little bit. Watching the market kind of react. It's a very neutral day, though. Very sideways, negative reaction day. Not really much going on, to be honest. They lost a deal. They lost one of their partnerships. I believe it was with Trump or somebody like that. So they lost one of their deals there. SPY up to 390s here. So we're still holding a piece. Starting to break down over the SPY at 390s. Nio break it down too. Hopefully the SPY gets a rejection here. Yeah, I don't see anything about it though about the Fed meeting with Barkin. I've looked everywhere, so if they want people to watch it, they're not doing a very good job of posting that data. I'm kind of reading everything else here, but yeah, we got a few daily newses here on all this other stuff, but we're watching Tesla here. Tesla back over VWAP here. We're in the SPY short 25 shares, trying to hold this for a longer term position. We'll see what Barkin says. QNRX pop, but a little bit slower right now. Very sideways day. Yeah, QRNX, which is Keon Pharmaceuticals, is up to 418s, almost 420, right around 420. All right, guys. So yeah, we're watching to see if the market reacts at all. Barkin is supposed to speak now. Yeah, you love to see it. That's right. QRNX breaking down a little bit at 412s. Watching that. Yeah, let me check something else out here. I'm going to mute the audio for a second, man. Look at QNRX just fly up here. That's a big move. Yeah, so it's starting to pop down. It's at 390s here. We got QRNX at 413s. Will Nio bounce here? I don't know. I'm in Nio small. We're kind of break even right now, though, for Nio. We're in about 60 shares of Nio holding it. Try to be patient with it. We're in the SPY short as well. We might add a little bit more, but we're going to let the breakdown happen. Right now, we're just in a sideways neutral channel, and hopefully we get some volatility at the open. We got less than 30 minutes until the opening bell, and so we should get some interesting stuff happen here. We got the U.S. international trade balance there as well. But again, we're short the SPY. We'll probably try to just make this up after the opening bell. We're starting to trade futures a little bit more actively as well. So we'll see if we get some good results on that front too. All right, guys, for the SPY, we're at 390.1, 390.1. Oh, man. So hopefully the SPY rejects here. Q1RX is starting to pump. I'm looking at the results. A few people talking about SIDU. SIDU's gapping up on some type of catalyst. Now it's at 375. So let's see what the reasoning is for this here. They executed multiple launch agreements with SpaceX is what happened here. So SIDU had a deal with SpaceX going through. You can see the link right there. So they executed multiple launch agreements with SpaceX here. And that'll be interesting too. 1670 for Nio move. I hope you're right, bro. I hope that moves up. But yeah, deal with SpaceX for SIDU. 384 next up on the SPY. Well, I hope so, man. We're in 25 shares short. Not a huge position. Just flip the perfect pancake, bro. I am a pancake connoisseur, dude. Some say, you know, my legend, you know, still is around there about my pancake flipping skills. I am just the top 3 pancake flippers in the world right now. You can ask my kids, bro. I am just, you know, I'm that man. I'm that dude when it comes to pancakes. Okay. Some say I could flip the best pancake in the world, but like that's a subjective thing, I guess. SIDU up to 404 is breaking highs again. They did a deal with SpaceX. You can see the news right here. They executed multiple launch agreements with SpaceX. Hey, what's up, Joel? Yeah, y'all hit that like button, team, if you haven't already. Slower day, but we got some stuff going on this evening, which would be fun. Nio's starting to pump back up. We are green in Nio. I'm hoping we can hit 17s plus here. We did buy the dip in Nio today, and it's starting to ramp back up. Again, if you want to see the Nio results, Nio did drop their earnings results. So here's the Nio earnings. Again, they dropped Nio's problem is that they dropped worse than expected guidance. Here's the Nio results here. Nio's problem is they dropped worse than expected guidance. So they dropped bad EPS. I believe they dropped good sales, but worse than expected guidance. And so, you know, they are producing, you know, 25,000+ vehicles in the last quarter, and they're predicting they're going to produce about 30,000 in the next quarter. And so, you know, even if it's lower than expected, I still think those production numbers are solid for Nio. I think especially when you consider, you know, Tesla might be able to produce way more than that. But in terms of anybody else, Nio's getting bigger numbers than anybody else in terms of EV. And I think when you look at it, you got to look at it in terms of like, okay, even if Nio's not hitting Tesla numbers, they're the second runner-up. Like, they're the runner-up when it comes to Tesla. Apple popping up right now as well. Look at Apple, AAPL. It's making moves. Tesla over the VWAP. But even when it comes to, you know, being being the runner-up under Tesla, I still think there's going to be a handful of EV brands that are going to succeed long-term. And I think Nio has positioned itself to be one of them. I think Nio has positioned themselves to be one of them. I guess we're going to get out of our short. We're just kind of getting beat up. Oh, we just added to it. The same thing, man. We've done this twice today. But I think Nio has positioned themselves to be one of those big brands that succeeds in EV. You know, one of those big brands that ends up succeeding in EV. I think Nio has brought themselves there. And they might potentially be big here. They might be able to kind of do big things. And I think that's really interesting about the future outlook of Nio. I can't say I've noticed a Nio on the road though. Well, yeah, it's not a domestic brand, so it's not really popular here like that. It's popular overseas. That's where their big numbers are coming in, and so it's not about being here. I know today this is a big market here, but Nio, it's more about moving forward and like what they're gonna do. Moving forward, whether they're going to get it, all that stuff here. So we got out of the SPY. Market's actually very sideways today. We're actually moving right up to the previous closing price with the SPY. The SPY is at 390.20s here. We're watching the Q. We're watching the E-mini. We're watching the SQ as well. Nio is pumping up, though. And so, again, it's not looking too bad. SIDU got a deal with SpaceX. You can see the deal on the bottom. Yeah, for sure. But I don't think it matters. I think they got enough people over there to where they don't need our business, to be honest, for Nio. And for me, it's not about that. It's just about, again, I think they make enough money to not need us. And so we're buying Nio on the dip and trying to ride it up. And we are very green in Nio. There goes the pop. It's up to 1660s right now. 1660s. Hey. So the Nio dip worked. We are riding this up beautifully here. I think we're just going to keep holding this. We might take a piece off here since we can. Hey. All right, we just took a piece off since we could, and we're going to let the rest sit. But Nio's popping up, and we are making money on that trade. We bought the dip today. It turns out going really well. Crypto pumping up. I hope it does, man. It needs to, bro. Bitcoin's moving up a little bit. It's mostly just following the market up. I wouldn't say it's anything super sizable yet. I think it really needs to break like 19K. You can get a Nio. It's coming. Yeah, for sure. I don't think it matters here. So ETH pushing up. Yeah, let's see. I see Bitcoin moving up. ETH is still down though. And the merge is coming soon too for ETH. But ETH is ripping up. It's at 1530s. But yeah, it's still down though. We also have BIAF ripping up today as well. There's BIAF. Not really doing anything lately, though. Nio at 1650s. So we're watching that. And again, we're probably just going to sit in this. All right, so Nio dipping down a little bit now. Let's see if it holds the 200 moving average. It went up there, pulled back a little bit. Luckily, we took profit into that move. So it's going to be a green trade regardless here. Let's see if it continues to pop up, though. But it is pulling back some here. Yeah, we can still watch SIDU. It's pumping up. So SIDU up to 402s, 403s. John, will you be streaming Fed speakers? Or are you out early today? Well, it depends on when they speak, bro. I've been trying to find them. And I'm not seeing any schedule, anything like that for the FOMC schedule. First one that I see coming soon right now, even if you go to the federalreserve.gov. Yeah, I'm looking, but yeah. The only one I see right now is Brainerd at 12:40 p.m. And Michael S. Barr making the financial system safer and fair at the Brookings Institute event in Washington. Is the only one I see. I don't really see anything until tomorrow. At 9:10, we're going to be streaming JP, as we always do. But right now, we're not seeing anything big. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything in terms of... Okay, maybe I do see it. I see MIT and U.S. Fed Reserve measuring cyber risk in the financial sector. Okay, I got you. I see it. All right, guys. So SIDU up to 402s. SPY down there as well. All right, guys. So the SIDU's popping up. SPY is rejecting here. Maybe I should have held my short. Yeah, I'm looking at MIT, but it says registration is closed, but I'm not sure why they would close. SIDU pumping back up again here. We'll see if the SPY ends up bouncing right now. Again, we got about 13 minutes or 18 minutes until the market opens, 17 minutes really. Apple popping up over VWAP here. We got SIDU pulling back some. But again, my question is, if registration is closed, are they just not going to let you watch it? Unless you want to watch the cyber event? Let me see. Yeah, it's all good, man. This is they don't really have any big ones today aside from this, so I don't know if they're gonna let me in it or not. Apple up to 154s. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, well, they said it's a hybrid in person. This is what they say it is. They say it's a hybrid. Yeah, they said registration is now closed. You know, so apparently you got to register early. But there's the only real big one speaking right now, if I'm looking at this, is Tom Barkin. You know, aside from that, nobody else is big is really speaking at this thing, and that's really the biggest one. So even tomorrow, like the JP conference is not going to be on this thing. They don't have anybody else speaking there. They've got a few other people with MIT. And so Tom Barkin's really the only one. And we can catch the notes from that anyway. The SPY's popping up a little bit. We'll see if we get some notes from this. Got a little Nio today much earlier. Yeah, I'm hoping Nio bounces here, man. We ended up taking profit. I'm thinking about adding right back my position here on it. Bro, I've been losing my mouse today. I feel like my wife turned off all my monitors. She did. Let me see if I can turn this thing on. There we go. Yeah, Fed Barkin is speaking right now. But yeah, there's no way for us to actually watch it, though. So we're just going to have to catch the notes from the Barkin speech. SPY's starting to pop up. It's at 390.30s here, 390.30s. We got Nio up there at 16.40s. So I might be adding on this dip of Nio right back here. So yeah, we added right back our shares. And we'll see. Apple starting to pop up. Apple does have their keynote conference going live today as well. And we might stream that also. All right, guys, so we're starting to push up a little bit in the SPY, testing the 200 moving average, testing the volume weighted average price at 390. All right, guys, crude oil out. Looking good for CPI. Yeah, CPI is dropping next week, which should be big. Yeah, so the ascending channel on the DXY, yeah, man, the dollar index has just been popping up. We're kind of sideways, though. I mean, if we really zoom out here, yeah, we can see the longer term ascending channel here. And I'm assuming you're talking about this on the dollar here. And so I'm assuming you're talking about this right here. Yeah, you can probably make it a little bit bigger, but you know, this is what I'm guessing you're talking about. If we move this up, I'm assuming that trend line is what you're referring to. You actually might be able to move this up a little bit more like this, as in this trend line, as I'm guessing what you're referring to. And we're right around the bottom of that now, and so it'd be likely to assume that we might reject here also. All right, guys, so we're at 155 roughly for Apple. The VWAP is actually right around 390.50 as well on the SPY. Nio started to pump back up, and so it looks like that was a good addition to my trading here. Yeah, but none of the other major platforms are promoting the news for that anyway. For the Barkin conference, and so it looks like it's kind of an exclusive thing, which is all good. All right, guys, so 399. We got Apple at 155. The SPY at 390.50s here, 390.50s. VERU. I see SIDU pop. I see Nio pop. We also have GameStop here at 24.50s, 24.90s. So we're watching that also. Still kind of sitting back. It's a slower day. Tomorrow's when the craziness starts, and really this evening. So we're going to be covering it this evening. Do you guys want me to cover the Apple keynote conference? I guess is the question. Like, we can if you think it's going to be influential enough. But do you guys want us to cover the Apple conference? It's supposed to be at 1 p.m. today. All right, so the SPY back over VWAP over the 200 moving average as well. Apple at 155, Nio at 1650s, GameStop still all the way down at 25. All right, guys. So, yeah, SPY started to move up a little bit. We're now over VWAP here, and Nio's still pushing up as well. So the SPY is at 390.50s. GameStop is at about 25. All right, guys, we're at 155.14, so Apple's flying up. The SPY is almost up to 391, and you can see the previous closing price. Nio is pumping up as well. Let me see what my Nio trade is. So, yeah, my Nio trade is doing great as well. I might take a piece of this off here, like 10 shares or so, just to lock in some more profit. Let me get this better here. Let me try selling the ask, jump in on the asking price. See if we get filled here, at least get tapped here. There we go. All right, so we just got filled. Oh no, we just added more to it. Oh no, we covered. We good. We covered. All right, so yeah, we covered a little piece there for Nio. We're still riding this up. SPY testing VWAP in the 200 moving average right now. Also, hey, what's up, Juan? Consistent, stable rate hikes until we see the light at the end of the tunnel is on the way. Yeah. iPhone 14 launch 1 p.m. Eastern time. Initial order for 90 million iPhone units out of the gates. Estimated that 240 million of 1 billion iPhone users worldwide have not upgraded in over 3.5 years. So what do you think? That'll be good or bad for Apple? Yeah, for sure. Hey, what's up, Paulo? Yeah, I've accidentally done that twice today, but we're doing pretty good in Nio. We're so green in this one, it doesn't matter too much. All right, guys, we got 8 minutes until the opening day. A slower day, but again, we got GameStop earnings this evening. We might cover the Apple news as well. Nio's still pulling back a little bit at 1650s. And so we're down about $30 leading into the open just on our day trades. But Nio's kind of helping me out. We bought the Nio dip. Our entry on Nio is 1630. So right around here is where our entry is for Nio. And so we're just hoping we stay above that. And we're going to let the opening bell happen to see if we get some volatility leading into that. We got 7 minutes until the opening bell today. So we should get something interesting. Hey, what's up, Lowell? Yeah, SIDU had a deal with SpaceX, and they've been flying up as well today, up to 14 or up to 420, everybody's favorite number, breaking highs. Again, on a deal with SpaceX, you can see they executed a multiple launch agreement with SpaceX, and they are popping up big. They are at 422s right now. Or 23s for SIDU. So we'll be covering that one at the opening bell also. All right, guys, so we're getting a dip at Apple right now. Nio's still spiking up, though, nicely here. Again, we're in 50 shares of Nio now. We took 10 shares off. That's it, out of our 50-share position. We got about 6 minutes. No, we got out of our SPY short position. We're not holding anything short in SPY right now. It's pushing up too much. We cut that one a while back. Only thing we're really in, I mean, we're holding a few different things that we've been in for the last few days. We are in DraftKings. I forgot about that one. So we bought DraftKings, but we're actually completely break even there. So, you know, and we're only in 30 shares of DraftKings, which is very small. Apple at 155s. Yeah, we got to watch SID. We're at 416s. All right, so Apple dipping down a little bit. So SID, look at Apple, big dip here. SPY, big dip back down too here. So SPY and Apple are both dipping down. We got about 4 minutes. I don't really see anything new on the SPY today. Yeah, the beige book is coming out later. So the central bank is scheduled to release the economic conditions from its 12 banks known as the beige book at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, that'll be interesting as well. So that drops at 2 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we also had trade balance getting dropped today also. So we do have the beige book data going live. Not a big of a monthly catalyst as we normally post, but all right, guys, we got less than 3 minutes. SIDU at 420s. Everybody's favorite number. Again, Nio pushing back up to 1660s here. Aapl dipping down a little bit. Again, I'm hoping we get a bullish action. We're probably going to trade the SPY, the E-mini, the micro, a few other things too. All right, guys. So SPY testing VWAP again. Look at Aapl coming all the way back down to the previous closing price. We got about a minute and a half left, team. Minute and a half left. All right, we're right at the previous closing price for Aapl. You can see we actually bounced directly off of that, which is pretty standard here. Nio back up to almost 1665s here, so we're still kind of making money as that one pops up. SIDU pulling right back to that 402 level, and we got about a minute and a half left. Look at Aapl bounce directly off of that previous closing price. It literally goes right back down to 154.40s. We might buy a little bit of this here. Ooh, that's a terrible fill. They filled me at 95. Just not a good fill for Aapl. It's 25 shares, though. I am betting that Aapl is going to stay green on the day, though. So we're holding this position. We'll see how this one impacts us at the opening bell. Again, we're in our Nio trade, and that one's doing okay. But we're going to trade the SPY, the E-mini today if we can. Got a nice little pop-up. We might add to this position here. Instead of... let's jump in on the bid and see if we can get filled there. No fill. Right around break even, though, with this. We got about 40 seconds, team. 40 seconds. All right, guys. Nio popping up more here. Ooh, yeah. You love to see it. All right, we just took another a few shares off. Locking in profit for Nio here. Not too shabby. SPY still popping up here. And again, we bought the dip on Aapl towards the opening bell. We got about 15 seconds. Until open, guys. 15 seconds. All right, so luckily we took profit on Nio. There's the opening bell right now. And again, we'll see how our Aapl trade does. Small position in Aapl, but there's the opening bell. Let's see if we get a spike up. We're right around VWAP now for Aapl, which shows no real downward extension, which is good. And Aapl is moving up nicely from this here. Hopefully we continue. SIDU is at 418s now. We're watching that. Nio is ramping back up. Snapchat is popping back up also. Looking at GameStop as well. GameStop is currently at 24.90s, almost at 25 here. So Nio is pushing up beautifully here. We'll take that. No, okay, we got out for another piece of Nio. That's okay. Aapl will still break even now. Again, we'll look to trade the SPY if we get some type of volatility here. So we'll just wait for this to see if we get something. Nio looking solid. Aapl is basically green on the day. There's the green movement here for Aapl. We'll give this one some time to see if we get a nice little run on this. There we go, breaking highs. There we go. All right, we'll take a little piece off of that. Lock in the profit on Aapl. Let that rip. Let Nio rip as well. We're sitting in that one also here. There we go. We'll go ahead and cover that. So just a little baby trade in Aapl. We are in Nio also right now. We're going to go ahead and lock in another bit of profit here. Kind of a longer term day trade for Nio. All right, just cut that. 15 shares left. SPY is looking great, testing that previous closing price here. So we'll come back to Nio. We locked in some profit. We'll see if the SPY gives us a dip that we can attack here. But our DraftKings trade is actually doing really nicely also. And our Nio trade is doing even better here. So we are break even on the day now. Got past all our pre-market losses. And now Nio is bringing us towards the green a little bit more. We're just going to take a piece of this off now since we're making so much of it. We'll hold 10 shares left longer term here. See if we get a dip. Aapl, maybe we should have held that position here. But Nio is looking beautiful here. That dip buy in Nio is doing amazing right now. We're actually going to buy this dip in the SPY. You know, we got this big move here right over the previous closing price. So we're going to buy 25 shares of the SPY here. and see how this one treats us. Apple with a big pullback though, but we're right around the previous closing price. We're in 25 shares. Big down wick on the SPY, which is nice. Let's see if we can break highs again on this. Big down wick, starting to head back up on the SPY. Looks good. All right, we'll take a little piece off of this. We're going to transition to futures as well pretty soon. All right, we're scalping futures here on Topstep as well. Took a little bit of profit already in the SPY here, long. Or in the E-mini long here. So we're trading futures on Topstep. We're going to add the dip and then cut it quick if it breaks. We'll see if we hold the 200 moving average. We break underneath that. It'll be my cue to cut both my E-mini positions and my SPY position here with 20 shares. There we go. Back up to mostly the green. Again, we're trying to give this time here. Very small position. We got some down wicks here at the bottom, right around VWAP and the 200 moving averages, which is good. If we can hold here, that's ideal. Apple turning around, though. That's the problem. So there we go. Back in the green for this. Big down wicks are indicative of some buying pressure coming through. All right, so we just covered that. We're up a little $15 here on that. Small. We're going to add to this 20 shares on the SPY. Apple is kind of dragging the market down, though. So Apple's kind of dragging the market down. Tesla is here. Tesla's starting to break highs. Look at Tesla over this. So Tesla's dragging the market up. Apple's kind of dragging the market down here. All right, just cut another little piece. All right, we're actually scalping a little bit more on Topstep. Up about 20 on the day, 21 on the day here. So grinding it up a little bit in both. This is a little bit too sketchy back and forth. So we'll wait and let the market break out. Tesla ramping up. Nio still doing amazing here. So we are now nicely green on the day. Nicely green on the day. Yeah, Nio just ramping. Big moves. SPY just broke highs again. Apple bouncing at VWAP. Tesla ripping up too. So, hey, man, my Nio trade, I'm pumped about that one. That was a beautiful day trade. We bought the dip from earnings. One of my favorite strategies lately has been buying these earnings dips and then riding it back. So we're going to take another little piece of Nio, kind of lock in profit. We are in our DraftKings swing. That's turning amazing right now. Doing great so far on that one as well. Nicely green on the day from all this stuff. So, yeah, I'm checking everything. We're green on Nio. DraftKings. Oh, we're in Disney also. I forgot about Disney, man. Let's see what our Disney trade is doing. Okay, so our Disney trade's doing all right. We might add a little bit to that one. Take 20 more shares, 30 more shares here. We got this nice upward-looking trend. And that is treating us well here. There we go. We'll cut this, cut a little bit more. Kind of grinding up the SPY and Nio as it ramps here. So beautiful. You'll love to see it. Nice bullish action on the SPY here. We're buying Tesla on the dip. We're also trying to trade the E-mini and the micro E-mini, trying to get funded on Topstep as well. We need a dip here. We're not going to buy it. It's a little bit too extended right now on this move. DraftKings is doing so good already. I'm gonna take a little piece of this off already. So just gonna lock in here on my swing trade for DraftKings. Just take a third of the position off is what I'm doing. Apple's starting to creep back up as well. We might buy the Apple dip. Tesla all the way up to 276 is here. So we are getting a somewhat of a market rebound here. Bed Bath & Beyond all the way back up to 730s here. So Bed Bath is flying up at 730s right now for Bed Bath. So just huge rip. We ended up taking a little piece off of our Disney trade, or not our Disney trade, our DraftKings trade. And the market's moving up so fast that we don't really have a dip to buy now. So we're going to let the rest sit. GameStop's pumping up over 25 as well. But look at Bbby here, just going crazy. I'm buying a little dip here. There's risk in this, but just kind of poking around at this, seeing if we get a move. Nio breaking highs again. So market actually doing really nicely. I just bought a little bit of the micro E-mini. Or bought a little bit of the E-mini here and then scalped it. And then we're going to add to this dip here. See if we get a quick little 1 minute pullback trade. 20 shares. We'll take 30 shares here. All right, so we're buying this dip. See if we get a surge up here. Here we go. Trading the SPY right now. Eventually, I kind of want to pivot to trade just the E-mini, though. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut that here. So kind of just scalping away at the trades. We're up about $40 today, so nothing crazy big. Go ahead and add to our Disney trade a little bit, too. Apple's still pumping up high here. SPY breaking highs again. Wow. Apple up to 155.70s, 155.70s. Bed Bath at 745s. SPY still ramping up. Yeah, Bed Bath has not had a green, or Bed Bath has only had one red candle out of 10 minutes of trading. SPY up to 392s here. We got Nio at 18s. All right, guys. So yeah, Bed Bath is still popping up to 760s here. So Bed Bath is ripping up. GameStop pulling back to 25s. And remember, GameStop has earnings today also. All right, so we are green in our DraftKings trade. We're going to go ahead and take another little piece off. Just lock in profit on that one. Since, you know, swing trade, we already made some money on that one. All right, guys. So market breaking highs again here. So market's starting to pop higher and higher. We got a little green trade in the books on the futures market here. And so we'll see if we can get something better moving forward. There's a 392.50s here, 392.50s. Apple is at 155.70 also. So Apple's popping up. But yeah, DraftKings ripping up, Apple ripping up. We got the SPY breaking highs again. Bed Bath still has not had a red candle over the last 8 or 9 minutes. No red candles for Bed Bath here. So Bed Bath is looking very strong. Very strong. Oh, man, these headphones hurt my ears, bro. All right, so yeah, Bed Bath almost up to 8. We got Nio at 1830s here. So my Nio trade, just beautiful trade so far for that one. Beautiful Nio trade on the day. We're going to take another little piece here and just lock that in since we're up so much. Watching Apple to see if we get a dip here. Yeah, we're up a little bit over $40 today. Nothing crazy, but not bad for about 12 minutes of work. And we were down about 40. So we've really made about $80 in the last 12 minutes here. So not bad. Kind of reasonable gains that you make. Nothing super sizing here. Charge point, paying your bills. Hey, good luck, bro. All right, SPY at 392.50s here. We're watching that. Apple finally getting a red candle. We'll see if we get a dip. I think these headphones are finally going to work. Let's see if my Bluetooth speakers work now. All right, guys, we're finally getting a dip in Apple. We'll start to load up a little bit into Apple here. 20 shares. All right, so we bought the dip, 20 shares. We're going to load up a little bit more, buy this dip to the VWAP here, get into maybe 50 shares of Apple there. There's 50. Bed Bath finally pulling back some as well here. All right, so 50 shares here. We're right around VWAP here, so I don't mind buying this dip. I'm not going to add any more to it, though. All right, so we might have to cut this. We're going to let it test the VWAP here, but go ahead and cut that. Get out there. There we go. All right, we got my headphones to work here. Good. All right, so we got this down wick. We're going to add it right back. See if we get this pop. Google testing VWAP. There we go. We're going to cut it a little piece here. Made some of the money back. Bed Bath is still popping and trying at least. All right, so we caught the VWAP bounce here. It ended up faking us out once, and so we caught the VWAP bounce. Maybe we should have gotten, we barely got stopped out of that. That one hurts a little bit, but it's all good. We've already made our money back here, so that's fine. All right, so we're out of that. We might actually buy another dip here. SPY bouncing back up some. A lot of stuff coming back here. Can y'all hear the music? Or no, I don't think y'all can, right? Let me know if you can hear the music now. You should be able to. All right, Apple dipping again here. We're going to add right back. 25 shares, 50 shares. SPY dipping down. All right, scalping the E-mini again. We're also going to cover a piece of our Apple trade again. Made our money back plus some. Got very green on the day here on that. And we are now riding this up. We're going to go ahead and take another little piece here. So we are up about $50 on Topstep. About $50 on stock trading too, so about the same. And again, if you want to trade the futures market, check out Topstep. Topstep funds traders in futures. In the futures market, get you around the PDT rule. And so if you look at Topstep, I'm using the same scalping strategies that I'm using in stocks. And if we look at my actual results here, and again, this is a demo account because it is a funded account program, so it's a combine account. But if we look at this here, if we look at like today, this is my profit graph. We literally have not had one losing trade today on this. If we look at like the range over the past couple weeks, if we go back to like August 29th and go from there, we are up roughly $1,800. Here is our profit graph using the same scalping strategies that I do in stocks, and there's no PDT in futures. And so Topstep funds you. They give you a demo if you can hit their target while following their rules. They fund you between 50 up to over 100K. You can see the link to Topstep pinned to the top of the page, to the top of the chat. It's in blue. It says to use futures and get around the PDT rule. Check it out. And it really is the easiest way to get around the PDT rule. Topstep's regulated by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders a year. Check them out. A great way to help support your boy and support the channel. All right, we're going to buy in this Apple dip again, see if we can get a pop. We're not really interested in buying the SPY dip yet. We're too high up there. We're too extended on the upside there. So we'll buy a little share of Aapl and then cut it if it breaks down like this and lose like a couple bucks and keep it small. But see if we can get a ramp back up. Nio's consolidating right now. It's ripped up all day. It's been very strong all day, you know. Man, maybe we should have bought the Aapl dip. All right, guys, so market's still popping up higher and higher. Let's see if we can buy this dip in Aapl and make another trade. Bed Bath back over VWAP. Nio dipping down to 18, but it's been flying up all day. It's been just making such big moves all day. It doesn't matter. GameStop earnings will be really interesting. We're going to cover those live on stream as well. If you haven't already, hit the sub button. We're going to put this in sub-only mode as well if we can. You know, we're going to put it in sub-only mode. Everybody announce yourself, show that you're supportive to the channel, and hit that subscribe button. We do have earnings for GameStop later today. We got a lot of stuff going on, so hit that sub-only mode and announce yourself so we can know that you're supportive of the channel. You know, if you can do the Rosie emojis, throw them in chat. Shout out to Rosie, best dog in the world. Top 3 for sure. Yeah, so GameStop at the end of the day today. Market's been just propelling higher, though, man. Just making huge moves. We got a down wick here, so we're going to buy the down wick at Aapl, but it might fake us out, and that's okay if it does. We might use this as a little dip to get involved in something and start to scale in here and see if we get a pop right back up. Could be a little extended, so we do have to be prepared to cut this fast if it goes against this. But if it rips up, great, and we'll take profit fast into that as well. On Aapl, we do have their conference coming up. All right, there's 100 shares of Aapl. Taking a little bit of swing since we have some cushion into the account now, which is kind of my strategy. We build up a cushion and then we swing into that cushion that we get. SPY finally dipping down some. Consolidating, going back and forth. All right, getting some dips here. Again, we got 100 shares of Aapl. We'll probably cut it. We're going to let it test the VWAP. If it doesn't hold here, then we're just going to have to get out. And that's all good. Hoping for a bounce right here, but the market just kind of keeps dipping. There we go. Got a nice little down wick here. Hopefully this can bring us into profit and make this move back up. I like the down wick. That's usually indicative of some buying pressure coming in. Hopefully that's the case. Gonna let the SPY try. Bed Bath is still consolidating over VWAP at 740, so that still looks okay. I think the market's kind of following Aapl some too. We break down to VWAP here, which is what we're looking like. We're just gonna have to cut it. We're not gonna poke too hard either. We built a cushion on the day, so like we're still gonna be green on the day. Hey, thank you, Strim. Thank you, Liana. Hey, thank you, guys. Appreciate the support. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Patrick Williams. My man, thank you, brother. All right, yeah, so we're in the SPY. Like I said, we decided to scale into this, attacking this upward trend. And if Apple continues the upward trend, great. And if not, we'll get out roughly break even. Trying to be patient, but, you know, Apple's starting to break under VWAP here. We'll let this 25 level test and be kind of the line in the sand. And yeah, time to cut it. Unfortunate. We might actually bounce right here, but market basically had 4 or 5 big red candles going through. We made enough on Nio to still be green on the day, luckily. And we'll see how the market reacts moving forward to this. But just a slower day right now. It's mixed. It's break even. Apple is the choppy one, and Apple has their conference today, which is going to be influential over everything. So that's kind of the big news today too, is Apple has that conference today, and that might impact markets. Yeah, and like I said, I figured I might get faked out there on Apple, and that's all good. We're watching the SPY now too. We're going to buy into this little dip here. See if we get a resurgence back up. There's 30 shares, 45 shares. We'll actually add our little 5 share position to make it 50 even. All right, so we're in 50 shares of the SPY. All right, guys, let's see if the market heads higher. Sideways action so far. There we go, getting a nice little upwick. All right, so you can see here, we're going to go back and forth on Topstep as well. Not too bad, though. We're kind of break even on the equities market, but we're green on Topstep. We're gonna add one more piece here, and then, you know, like I said, we had our. I like this move. We have this big upward move and then a pullback, and so I actually like this. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're covering this. There we go. Kind of made back what we lost on Apple on this pop, and we'll see if we get a better ad in the books here too. But green in everything. We're green in stocks. We're green in futures. Slower day though. QNRX. Yeah, what about SIDU? Didn't that do something? Look at Apple pull all the way back up. Still nothing. QNRX. Had a few people talk about that one. DraftKings finally dipping down, so I'm glad I took at least half of that off. Nio pulling back to VWAP here, though. Nio is kind of interesting now, I think, at these levels. Market looks like it wants to fly up, so we'll buy this dip. $75 shares of the SPY again. Take a little piece off here as we scalp this move higher. There we go. Nice move. Riding this bounce up, attacking this upward trend. All right, go ahead and cover there. All right, so we got ourselves back to mostly green on the SPY too. Made about $30 over the last 5 minutes or so. Small green in stocks. We might buy Apple's dip right here though, if we can catch it. 50 shares. We're not going to take 100 again on Apple. It just moves too fast. Look at QNRX rip. We got this down wick here. SPY is a little bit too green and overextended up there, so we're not going to buy that. But we got this down wick on Apple. There we go. We can cover a little bit more into there now. GameStop just broke down too. All right, market looks like it wants to pop back up. Let's see if we get a dip here that we could buy into. Eventually, this dip's just going to stop working, though. All right, so we're down about 50 on Topstep now. We've been kind of going back and forth. It doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of our trading, but, you know, we're down a little bit. We're up about 1,500 on Topstep, so a $50 losing day is not the end of the world. And, yeah, we'll see if we get anything better moving forward. Hopefully, we get some bounces here. I could also pivot to where... Oh, wait, let me get out of that. What did I just do? Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay, you can kind of drag and drop on Trade Evade. If I go to a futures platform, it might be something like Trade Evade. All right, we're at 50 shares of Aapl and 50 shares of the SPY. Kind of breaking down now, though. Yeah, I guess we're just going to cut these. This will probably bring us to a little bit red on the day. But market's so sideways and choppy, we're probably just going to close it down and get out of it. Again, let me see. I can show you what my P&L is today. We're down $30 in stocks. Not the end of the world. Kind of a sideways, choppy day after that first initial pop. So we are down $27 in stocks right now. Not super bad, to be honest. Not great, but not terrible either. On Topstep, we're down 50. And so, again, we're not going to keep pushing. Hey, thank you, Your Secret. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, GameStop earnings this evening. We got the Aapl conference today as well. That should be fun. Go check out Stock.tech, guys. Stock.tech is a social media platform for traders. Super useful because they're going to give you free dark pool and option flow access, helping save you money as traders. So check out Stock.tech. Really useful platform. They're supposed to go live sometime at the end of this month, hopefully, and you can join their waitlist for free. I'll consider it a favor if you join their waitlist for free. Also, go check out Topstep. Topstep funds traders in futures. So they give you a demo. If you can hit their target while following their rules, they fund you between 50 up to over 100K. Now, we're down about 80, 90 bucks on there today, but this is my profit graph from Topstep. So this is my profit graph. And so we're basically halfway there, and we're going to work our way to get funded. Basically, Topstep will give you a demo like they have here. And in the futures market, there's no PDT rule. You get instant settlement, shorting ability, longing ability. And on Topstep, they fund you. They give you between 50,000 up to over 100K. Once you're funded, if you can pass their testing, right? So they'll test you, and then they're legitimately funding you. So that when they're testing you, they want to make sure that you're actually good enough to get funded. And so with that, you can try them out. They'll give you a demo, and if you can hit their target while following their demo, I'm on the 50K one. So if I hit 3,000 in profit without breaking, I think it's like 1,000 or 1,500 max loss, then they fund me $50,000. You know, once I pass all their testing with a 90% profit split as well. And so super useful. If you want to check them out, you can find their link posted to the top of the page. I will also post it in the chat here. If you want to check it out, you can get 20% off if you use my link. And again, it's a great way to support the channel and a great way to get around the PDT rule. In all honesty, you know, great way to get around the PDT. Check it out. There's the link in chat. Good luck, guys. I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe in these markets, and we'll see you guys next time.